Sup, nerds? Welcome to the Omni4Game podcast, episode 82. I'm Sean. I'm joined with Chris and Brandon, as always.
Sup, guys? This week's Omni4Game recap. We go over only one locals this week. Then we hit a set review for the BT21 set. And then we go over your guys' comment questions. If you like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And we'll catch you next time.
All right, first topic, locals recap. Jesus, can't type.
And guess what? I ain't going first this time.
I think I am.
Surprise, surprise. No, what'd you go, Sean? You had a tie, didn't you? So you definitely went above me.
Oh, okay.
I went 2-2.
Oh, yeah, then I finished higher than you.
Yeah. So I'll go first. I played Royal Knights again at Trinity. I don't know what it was Tuesday. I just wasn't like, I don't know. I just wasn't all there Tuesday.
Brain
like even
fog.
all day. Yeah. I was like in a brain fog. Pretty much just numb to the world. So round one, I lost to Tyrant, which probably normally shouldn't happen. I think I would just make like dumb little mistakes, like forgetting he had a redirect once, which cost me.
You didn't just like Oryukin
for
Tyrant into the grave?
He did at one point, but...
I did, but it was 17k it was 16k at the time because he had the Kawagamon underneath it. So that was kind of upsetting.
It's on his turn, so when he probably had a buff, and then on his turn he got a 2k buff, so he's 16k, and he's like, I'm 1000 DP.
Yeah. So there's like little stuff like that where I was just like, I wasn't playing very well. And then once he kind of starts getting going and his stuff's just sideways, if I don't see stuff like Oryukinmon, it's hard for me to do anything. So I ended up losing that one. Round two, I played against Robbie, who's playing Pulsemon again. I win that one 2-1. Nothing too crazy there. Every time he would just like have bodies on the board, I would just answer them. I think one of the best cards against Robbie when I was playing against him was Gallantmon, the secret one, obviously, and Crimson Mode, obviously as well, because like I could just like play those out and just answer multiple bodies. Pulsemon might not be like a crazy good deck, but it starts to get a little scary when I'll choke him to one memory, and then he'll promote and be like, okay, I'm at like 4 or 5 now somehow, and I'm like, whoa.
You keep saying Pulsemon.
What do you mean by that? What you mean by
Volcamon,
that?
I'm sorry. Yeah. I was like, how'd you do that?
Hard.
So
yeah, how'd you do that?
Yeah, how you do that? So then round 3, I played against Red Purple Imperial, which is already like a pretty poor matchup, I think, probably because if they can just rush you down fast enough and they see their pieces, especially with the new Pyldramon and Dino B, where if you like try and answer one of them, if they have the right one out, they just DNA and do stuff. I think game 1 was a little close, and then game 2 he just opened up really quick and then just warm on me to death. And then round 4 doesn't even really count. It was against a child.
Yes.
Playing a Zephigamon starter deck.
A literal child.
A literal child. I at one point played a card to blow up his card, and he said, "No, I'll activate blocker." No.
He
I was trying to be extreme.
Numerous times.
Yeah, I was trying to be extremely patient. But once he tried to pick up my $100 cards, and I saw the way he was handling his, I was like, whoa.
Are you talking about Medieval?
Medieval, the Omnimon.
It's not $100 anymore.
I know, but it's like up there. I don't know
like
its exact pricing.
I think.
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa! You don't you touch that? Don't you stay away? So yeah, so I ended up going 2-2. I don't want to hear it, Sean. You should have lost round 4. You should have hard lost round 4.
Didn't.
Yeah, I didn't. So
He didn't.
So I took Mother Control, which is this week's members only vote for what I take to locals. I unfortunately couldn't record Tuesday, but actually it was fortunate because I don't think any of the matches were post worthy. Besides, I think round 1. I would have liked to have been able to post round 1, but that was the only match.
Match.
Yeah.
Match. You mean game? You mean game?
We played 2 games.
It was supposed to be like a joke.
Oh, okay. That's not funny.
Because most of the time he doesn't get to a game 2.
No, round 1 wasn't against him.
Oh, okay.
You are correct, though. When I did play the Time Wizard, it was a single game.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Round 1, I played against Magna X Armor, which, fortunately for me, because of the new support that we got for an Ace Control-like deck, I'm playing 4 Alphamon Oryukin Aces, which is a 9-cost removal option for Magna X. So I just kept doing it to him. And also, Digimon Emperor was putting a hurting on him because he couldn't like promote his rookie to Evo into the Star Deck Magna to like strip and bounce one of my aces to gain like a bunch of extra memory. So and
he doesn't play the DNA version. He's playing the straight armor version.
It's Magna X Armor, yeah, with like cool boys.
So he's not even getting partition. Nope. He's not even getting free. Nah, see,
you get nothing. You lose, sir. See? It's in the trash. Yeah.
Yep.
Game 1 was a grind. I think I had to deck him out because he just kept putting pressure on me, and I was just forced to just only be able to answer his stuff on my turn. Game 2, though, I was able to kill him. Game 1 took like 25 minutes, though. But game 2, I was able to get ahead of him and then just kill him. So won that 2-0. Alphamon Oryukin Aces, definitely, it makes that matchup so much easier. Because I think before we got that card, it probably would have gone to I'm just going to try to deck you out against any of those variants. I'm just going to put up a wall and just deck you out. Round 2, played against the Time Wizard, playing Jessmon. Game 1 was about 5-ish turns total, but it took 40 minutes. And at one point I Valked him on his turn, and because his turn took so long, I had forgotten that I Valked him, and he played 2 different rookies and then evoed one of those rookies up into a level 6. And once he got to level 6, I was like, wait
a minute,
none of this was legal. You're minus 5k. So he just scooped, and then thankfully he didn't force me to try to attempt a game 2. So technically I won that 101. Yeah, that was awful. Round 3, played against Brandon, playing BT14 Luga. Game 1, I saw Medieval and he didn't see any outs to it, so he just lost. Because that's on the spot. Unfortunately, though, game 2, I opened 2. I think I looked at my first hand and had 2 Medievals. Did you play through 3?
Played through 3.
Okay, I think I had 2 in my opening hand really and drew into a third, but he kept recycling his hell. With the old Lugarmon, I think is what, or is it
it's the new one where you can trash a card to recycle a card with the trait.
Oh, so the new Lugar.
Yeah, I think it's the one that's used in Bulkmon support.
Okay, yeah. You kept recycling your hell, and you saw, I think you saw 2 of them anyway, but you kept you just saw 1 and just kept putting it back in your hand.
So, real quick disclosure. When I grabbed my deck core, it only had the 1.
Just answer.
You had 1 hell in your deck?
I had 1 hell in my deck. Which going forward,
that makes that so much worse for me.
Yeah, it's so much worse for you.
Okay.
So going forward, I'm definitely cutting the other level 5 because I found it to be bad awful, and I'm going to be running more hells.
Yeah, that card sucks if you're not playing the Taka Mikazuchi combo.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why that list was playing it. I thought I would actually play it and see if I liked it. I hated it.
Yeah.
Every time I saw it, it was a discard target. Oh, I just need random cards and trash. Get out. Right. I need cards to ditch off hell. Get out.
So Brandon kept deleting my... He kept evoing up into a hell and deleting my medieval until I ran out of medievals. And then I had built up a bunch of security, and he cleared all of it in one turn and then had like 10 dudes on the field that I couldn't answer in one turn.
I cleared 7 security in one turn and ended my board with 2 Finralugas and like 5 level 4s.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I can't answer all of this and set up defense in a single turn.
The only reason you survived is I didn't see my second Chimera because I couldn't. We don't have Dino Bees on Fort.
And you for some reason didn't ask me to borrow mine.
I should have asked you, but I mean, Chimera worked out. He did his job.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, he does stuff.
Yeah. And then game 3, I mulliganed for medieval. Didn't see one of my first hand, didn't see one of my second hand, and then after the game was over, the first medieval was like 30 cards deep in my deck. So like they were all just hanging out the bottom. I was never seeing them that game. None of them were even in security.
Wow.
Like they were just down at the bottom of my deck. Brandon cut me in the right spot, little cheater. Yeah. So I lost that, and then round 4 played against Zephiga. That's actually really annoying because I wasn't playing any option removal in my list on Tuesday, which I'm going to be changing it, so that's why I'm glad that I didn't record any of those matches. I realized there are some issues with my list that I took to Tuesday. And he kept gaining immunity on his Zephiga, and I was like, I can't kill that. And also... Game 1, I never saw Alphamon or Yukon Ace. I legit forgot it was in my deck. Because, like, that would just out him. And... So he ended up, like, slowly killing me over the course of Game 1. Because I just never could out his Zephigas once it hit the field. Game 2, I saw my Alpha. So whenever he did it, I was like, okay, it's dead now. Do whatever you want. And then I ended up winning that pretty quickly. And then we ended up going into turns, game 3, and drew. Which, you know, who cares? And it came in 4th, I think, due to tiebreakers.
Correct. I actually looked at the rankings. Chris was 7th, you were 4th.
Yeah.
I did not come in 1st. I came in 2nd.
Nobody asked. Who? What made you think that we thought you came in 1st?
I'm just letting the people know.
Oh, did Ben come in 1st?
Ben came in 1st.
Okay.
The people know you didn't come in 1st.
Anyway.
They know.
Anyway.
I'm annoyed because Finley came in 3rd above me.
Ruined your tiebreakers and everything?
Yeah.
That's because Spencer almost fought him.
Oh, dude, that was so bad. That crash out was real.
I don't blame him. It is extremely frustrating.
So... I played against Dante playing Vortex round 1. I got that one 2-1. So game 1 I messed up and I promoted a turn too late. It was so funny. Game 1 was a staring contest because whoever puts a Digimon on the board first is one who gets punished first in that matchup.
Yeah.
Because he needs things on my boards to pop off. I need things on his board to OTK. So we basically sat there for turns in a row. I would be like training analog. He would be like, scramble, like training, or, you know, we just sat there just playing cards back and forth. Both of us having the rookie that we needed in the raising. I think he was actually at level 4. I promoted like a turn before when I realized it was probably a bad idea. And I went into the hell to try to dig into more pieces. But I guess he had seen the pieces he needed to promote and be safe. So he promoted, went to the Grand Gale, and, you know, had the immunity. And I was just sitting there like, this is the worst. And I ended up losing that because he was able to keep up the immunity. And every time he goes into the Zephiga Ace, it bot decks my Finn and one of my level 4s. So I was constantly, like, fighting on the back foot. He was just able to kill me once he saw the medieval as well. Game 2 and 3, I just wombo comboed him to kill him. Game 3, he was really trying his hardest to make sure I could not kill him. He ended up giving me 7 memory by hard playing a second level 6. So he had 2 Zephigas standing next to each other. and because I knew he was going to try to ace me, and obviously I usually only kill one thing when I'm swinging, so one of them would be there to do it. But with my dual tamer out, I ended up going to 8 memory, and that was exactly enough memory to go into a Finraluga stack with my board swarmed, evo one of the level 4s into a Hell, and then play enough analog use to where I could pull turn back, and then kill him from there. That was a really thought out final turn on how to do that and how to get the math right. Chris was sitting there like, oh my god, Brandon just likes playing decks where he just decks out before he kills people.
I remember Chris saying that, yeah.
It's
not wrong. I literally had 0 cards in deck. I had to kill him because we were also in turns. So, round 2, I played against the same person Chris played against, the literal child, Damien. He was also again playing Vortex, but I got that one 2-0. He was kind of doing the same thing he did to Chris, but you know, he's a kid. You know, just what are you gonna do?
He is a
Then
child.
I have school. Then you have school the next day out there till 11 o'clock.
That is kind of wild, yeah.
Hopped up on tea.
I'm all
Arizona
hopped up
tea.
on Mountain Dew.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
I threw all Chip's old war medals off a bridge.
What?
What? And
They
then
just
round 3.
they don't make them like they used to.
No, we need more movies like that. Yeah, round 3. I played against Sean. Obviously, we've already talked about that bit. Game 1, he medievaled me super early, and I never saw the out. That hard lost. I was in the dumps too. I was like, "Oh, this deck just completely outs my entire."
You were like,
game
"I
plan.
can't win." I was like, "Play something." You were like, "I can't."
I can't do anything. I will say, I think it was game 2 or game 3. I think you misplayed. I had scrambled out a level 3, and I was like, "Response," because you had the medieval out, and you were like, "This is fine." And then I went into the Hell. I had no other level 3 in my hand. If you would have just killed it, I would have been forced to hard play the Hell and give you like a bunch of memory.
You still would have killed the medieval.
I still would have killed it, but you definitely saved me resources.
Yeah. I can't know what's in your hand.
Yeah, way to misplay, you idiot.
Idiot. I mean, I do something very similar in round 4.
What's the point of your Altar Medievals if you're not going to activate their effects? Jeez, this guy.
Because let's say he doesn't. Let's say he has level 3 in his hand, but he doesn't have level 4. Then after I trigger the effect to pop the 3, he just hard plays the Hell and blows up my medieval.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, we know, but Brandon said you misplayed. So
yeah, apparently, from Brandon's perspective, from my perspective, the Jedi misplayed.
Yeah, no, the Hell was in the trash. So if you would have popped the level 3, I couldn't have evoed into the level 4. That
I also didn't know you're only playing one Hell, Brandon.
That's fair.
Now that I know that.
Now that you know. Well, I'm not obviously going forward if I were to play this deck again.
Nope, you told me, dude, it's locked in. You can't change the list.
Ah, man. Swiper, no swiping.
I'm about to go into the bulk and tear all the Hell Lugers.
Yeah, we talked about game 3. He was able to just sit there and keep recovering. Like, you went into a Magna, into a Serafi, and you were just like, recover. And I was just like, all right, all your security is mine.
That's all I could do.
Yeah. Then round 4, I played against Perperial. Ben playing Perperial. I lost 1-2. So game 1, he fighter moded me super early, and it just locks me out of playing the game.
Yeah.
I can't play Digimon by effects, and that's just like a floodgate I can't play through, because I can't even pop his stack.
He did that to me too, when I could have killed him with Omnimon.
It's a pretty annoying deck when their combo floodgates you for a turn.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I thought floodgates were supposed to hurt that deck, not the other way around.
I mean, it hurts itself. The mirror is awful.
Yeah. So, game 2, I managed to kill him before he saw that combo, so I was able to OTK him pretty quick. Game 3, I misplayed, and it cost me the game. But hindsight. It's one of those hindsight misplays. So, he fighter moded really quick. But he called it in the moment a desperation fighter mode. And I was like, alright, so that probably means he would rather have not done that turn. Meaning he probably doesn't have exactly everything he needs, in his hand. And I was like sitting there looking at it. I have 3 security. He has the fighter mode and a rookie coming out of raising. If I would have left the fighter mode alone and not killed it, he would not have been able to do it again. But I was paranoid. I hell-lugered it. I killed it because I also needed to set up my trash. So I ditched a bunch of cards, drew a bunch of cards, recycled a level 3 as you do. And by killing it, because he didn't have partition, because it didn't have both level 4s. And the only on deletion it had,
Did he have the promo shade?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It was a poverty stack. He literally did it just to prevent me from, popping off. But if I would have just left it alone, because his following turn, he was able to promote his level 3, recycle his fighter mode within his combo, and do it again. And because he was able to do it again, I basically just lost on the spot. So hindsight 2020, I should have left his fighter mode alone. And it wouldn't have been able to kill me because he didn't have the pieces to combo off again in his hand. Yeah. But I also usually just assume when he's promoting a rookie, I'm in for bad business here.
Yeah, it's always best to leave their fighter mode alone, especially if it doesn't have the promo shade in it or the Dino B.
Yeah.
But even if it has the Dino B, that's not a big deal because he can't trigger that himself.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like if I had more experience in playing my deck in particular, I would have been more comfortable, leaving it alone. But, I mean, it's always as simple as, swing with that thing, go into another level 5, swing with that thing. Oh, then this level 5 gives the other guy rush, swing with that thing. There's 3 security, DNA, swing for game. He's done it to me so many times. I'm just like...
Are you complaining about that?
No.
While
I'm just saying,
playing
it's just what happens.
BT14 Finland League? Okay, just making sure.
It's just
I can't wait for that Wormmon to be the next target on everyone's radar.
I think the shade should be hit.
You think the shade? I don't know. That worm... I mean, I'd rather the Wormmon not get hit because I like playing it in Magna DNA.
Well, they're not going to ban it. It'll just be a one-of.
Sense because
it's like the Shade Wormmon's strong.
4 people can't have. And they feel like it probably out of the deck.
Yeah, the Shade Wormmon's strong, but it's like... I don't know why I feel like everyone would hate that Wormmon.
I think the shade should be the one to... I don't think the deck should get hit, but if it were, I'd prefer the Shade one.
Yeah. So that's for locals recap. I got second. I definitely made a lot of changes to that initial list as well. Because if you guys remember, that initial list was running 4 of the Dual Tamer and 2 of the Code Crackers. I actually cut it 3-3, so they were even. I found Code Cracker to be a lot better.
You're referencing the list that we looked at whenever we were looking at deck lists.
Yeah.
The way you were saying it, I was like, did I get to do a deck profile? I was like, am I?
No. Also, I cut 1 level 4 for Agato. The good old-fashioned
Black Gato.
14 Black Gato with Rush. It was pretty funny, too, because it has Retail, and I went into a Chimera, and then went into a Fenrir Luga on top of it. And Dante was like, alright, I'm going to swing over this thing. And I was like, are you sure about that?
I would like to vortex over the baby.
We both die.
Murder-suicide.
Yep.
Murder. Suicide.
If any of you guys in the comments understand why that Saw Luger is played. I think it's the BT17 Saw Luger.
16, I think.
16 or 17?
I think it's 16.
Whichever one it is.
The one that's part of the
like,
Takamikazuchi combo that's dead now.
He's got like the pike and he's stabbing down. He's the dual color. Mm-hmm. Yeah, why? I mean, he pops floodgates, but that's about it.
I don't think if you're playing BT14, it makes no sense to me to play that one.
I would only run it as a one of, and then replace all the other copies with Hell. That's just...
I wouldn't play it at any number, because I think hard losing to Medieval means you should put as many Hell Lugers in your deck as possible.
See, the only reason I'm okay with it as a one of is because A, I can tuck it off of Chimera. That's one thing. But two, it is a 5th level 5 that allows me to unsuspend.
You wouldn't even play Chimera if you had the Dino Beast, so that's like pointless.
I kind of like Chimera, I'm not gonna lie. Dino Beast's cool, but like, he doesn't give everything rush. You have to have a second copy of himself to give something rush.
You could also play a couple of free trait Digimon at the 4 and 3 slot. So. Like some lists that play Uko, you can recycle Uko. Some lists play the red-purple free armor. I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah, the stupid little like cat-looking thing.
Whatever that thing
like
is.
A fire cat.
Yeah. But he can just attack himself. You can give him rush.
Yeah, you can give him rush and just attack. Chimera does the same thing, but he also tucks an inheritable, which is sometimes really clutch.
He doesn't have pseudo blitz.
Well, I guess you're right, but I mean, at the same time, how are you going to DNA without keeping turn?
That's a good point, yeah. You don't have any cards that would let you do that anyway. Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. Like, I like the Dino B, but I feel like Chimera was really clutch because it let me tuck inheritables that were like gain a memory when you play something. So I would DNA with 2 of the 14 Lugars. They both have, when you play something, gain a memory. I would tuck a 3rd, play something out, end of turn, gain the memory, get turn back, and then I'd be able to kill from there. It was pretty good.
Are you playing any memory booster trainings?
That's another reason, yeah, because
that's why
purple.
Dino B is better. I was gonna ask, if you're not playing any, then yeah, Chimera's probably better for you.
I mean, I already play a bunch of level 5s. The Chimeras are just win buttons. Like, if I'm having to hard Evo into the Dino B, I'm in trouble. Maybe it's because of partition, too. Because if they out it...
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a good card.
I'm never playing the deck again. Let's be real. We're about to get a new set. Who cares? Why are we talking about this?
Oh, okay. It's good to know.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there thinking about it like we're about to go to the set review.
You're not playing it Tuesday?
You right.
This guy is the worst.
I'll play Tuesday.
Alright. Are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
About as ready as I'll ever be.
Alright, BT21 set review. Starting off with the Digimon. Your turn once per turn when your opponent's security stack is removed from one of your Digimon made evolve into a Digimon card with the Reptile or Dragonkin trait in the hand with the Evo cost reduced by 1.
Okay.
You would say this is pretty good for the Medusa deck, right?
I don't know yet. I haven't tested Medusa. I'll say on paper it doesn't seem like it's going to be tier 1.
I think it is used in Medusa because in the gameplays I've seen, you can trash their security without having to actually attack, because obviously the drawback of this is if you do it while attacking, there's a chance you die to the security, right? And then you can't Digivolve. Oh, you would Digivolve first?
You would Digivolve before battle. You would die to security options, but you know that's only going to matter if you don't have progress.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't die to the battle if. I'm not talking about not Medusa in general. I'm talking about like regular decks. Say they were playing this.
Yeah, you wouldn't die to the battle. You would Evo first before the battle happens.
Oh, okay. Then maybe it's not that bad. I thought you died before.
Nope.
I mean, it's okay.
This is the same timing as BT14 Koro. You would draw before the battle happens.
Why can't it be free?
Because that would probably kind of broken.
Balmont's free. At least this is once per turn.
Balmont's not free.
Yeah, why is this once per turn?
Balmont free.
It would be kind of nutty if this wasn't once per turn, but Balmont is not free.
Security check plus 3 with a level 3 swing. Digimon.
You could do it. You could Chimera out.
Lived every check.
Yeah, you could Chimera a stack and have 2 of these in your stack and Evo twice.
Hell yeah.
Although I don't think there's any Dragonkin or Reptile level 7s. But I guess maybe you could Evo into a War Grey and then Evo into War Grey X. I think that may be the only thing you could do with a Chimera stack.
Boom. Theory craft.
I mean, Blackboard.
I like it. I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, Black War X, you're right, Brandon. That's another thing. I was just thinking of red cards. Yeah, I guess that's a 3.
I would agree.
When attacking once per turn, if the Digimon has Game on its text or the hero trait, draw 1. That's probably a 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think if you're gonna be playing the quote-unquote hero deck, it's between this or the Koromon as your level 2. Because they both have the hero trait. I think this one's just generically better. Because it's just when attacking, draw.
I would agree. This is easier to proc, I think.
Yeah, the Koro is a little more difficult to proc.
Yeah, you have to have Tamers in play and suspend them.
Yeah. This one you just promote swing. Draw.
Yeah. Yoko, your turn once per turn. When any of your Wind Guardian trait Digimon are played, draw 1.
I mean, this is good for the Wind Guardian deck, right? I don't know what
probably
they
the
play.
same.
Yeah, but this is... The deck itself seems like it's probably going to be kind of bad.
Hey, we'll find out. Dante will play it.
Yeah. I will say this. At least these level 2s could actually see play. There have been a couple sets where it's like, why did they even print this card?
Yeah, the generic drawing, or pseudo-generic drawing, I guess, for the archetype is definitely the way to go. Especially for these ones that are playing like several different colors.
Yeah, in archetype draw power is very good.
Yeah. Koromon, your turn once per turn. When any of your yellow or red Tamer suspend, draw 1. This is a 4 for me.
So you like this one? This is going to be your go-to Tama?
Yes, this is the de facto best Shine Greymon Tama now.
So the thing is, too, Chris, look at it. This literally screams Sean. It's a replacement. Not a replacement. It is Shine Greymon's version of Tokomon. It's just an extra draw whenever you're popping off.
Yeah, you don't even have to check your opponent's security. You don't have to attack.
Nothing.
I just Evo into Shine, suspend my Tamers, clear your board, and draw a card. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's perfect. It's exactly what it needs to be.
Also, because of the timing of all this, I might draw into the Ruin mode that I'm going to Evo into for free.
Boom.
For free?
For free. Yeah, I love this Koro. Hopefully we get a holo or an alt art of this soon, because it's just a common. But yeah, this is definitely...
yeah, this deck doesn't have box topper Tamas, does it?
I don't think so. They have several box topper packs, which seem like they're going to be cool. Which actually, now that I mention that, we should go over those promos as well. But
See.
Then we have Swipemon. Your turn once per turn. When Digimon gets linked, draw 1.
Yep. Again, generic draw support.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with that deck is it's so fragile.
I wouldn't know.
Fragile.
That was the exact opposite issue with Cross when it first came
out.
Yeah.
It's exactly that.
I was gonna say Cross had the exact opposite problem. They were too sticky because you had Cross forward that let you keep going.
Well, you can save your resources with. Yeah, you can save your resources with Cross. With this, you can't. That's like the problem. Is like
good.
It's a literal glass cannon. Like the level 5 is like the best, one of the best cards. The 5 and the 6. So outside the 6, level 5 is like the best card. Being able to DNA or app fuse into that for free is really cool. And you're like, awesome. And then you swing at security and it dies, and you're like, all right, I've lost.
So this is a 3.
Like, I mean, I think it's like a 4.
Okay.
Nah, you know what?
I'm going to change my rating to the Koromon. I think it's 3.5. I think 4 is a little too strong.
Koromon too strong at 4? I think all these Tamas so far...
I would say because he's coming into a archetype that is already established, and he is becoming the new best Tama. I think that gives him a 4.
Okay, that's fair.
No, I think all these Tamas are like 3s, like Sean said, because none of them are like inherently busted like a Balmon. You know what I mean? Like they're just good.
Yeah,
They're not bad, but they're not broken. They're just good, which is like a 3.
Yeah. Then we have the Simamon, all turns Digimon with 4 more Vemmon. Evo cards gets plus 3k.
Now this one I just think is bad. It's like a 2 or a 1.
It's specifically for Galacti. Is this not what you play in Galacti? Do you play the draw card or something?
I mean, I would rather play the one that allows you, because when you tuck a source, draw a card, right? It's just consistency.
Digimon?
Like I don't care about the DP.
Oh, okay. Card sucks, then it's a 1.
I mean,
that's just me though.
I couldn't even tell you what the Galacti other level 2 did. So
Chris is the only one that dabbles in Galacti, so I'll just trust his opinion.
I would just rather play Dory. That's okay. I mean, maybe those people like that 3000 DP, but I'd rather be drawing cards.
Yeah, Dory the Explorer.
I mean, isn't he only going to have those extra sources the moment you go into your level 6 anyway?
No, I mean, you can get a stack with 4 other Venmons. Like, pretty easily. Like, 3000 DP is nothing to, like, laugh at, but it's just... Yeah. I'd rather have consistency and draw cards. That's just me.
Yeah, same. Agumon. On play, you may return 1 Digimon card with the Reptile Dragonkin trait from your trash to the hand. Inheritable, your turn Digimon gets 2k.
I love it because it's Agu, but he's really like a 2 or a 3.
I think the fact that it's an on-play makes it worse.
Yeah. If it was like on-play start of main, I think this is better.
Yes, I agree. I think it should have been on-play start of main, not just on-play.
Because of that, I'm going to give it like a 2.5.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 2. I just should have been on-play start of main.
The point for me is the extra 2k instead of just like 1k is an inheritable. That's why I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll give him the 0.5.
I mean, with Red's inheritables lately, like that is the generic inheritable now for Red. Just plus 2k on your turn.
That's the standard.
Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed that, but if they don't know what to do, instead of jamming, they're like plus 2k. Your turn.
Yep, plus 2k.
And it used to be 1k.
Mm-hmm.
Remember back when we played OG Bond, when it was like you had to have that like Agumon that gave 2000? You're like, you have to have this. Is like the best level 3 almost in the deck, besides the Warp one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then we have Elizamon. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Reptile, Dragonkin trait, and 1 card with Liberator trait among them. Put the rest on the bottom of the deck. Inheritable, your turn once per turn. When your opponent's security stack is removed from, gain 1 memory.
So, is it just me?
For a New York type.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, I love the alt art.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But the regular art, the sass in that art,
the kind of makes me love it.
Dude, look at her. Look at it. It's just, she's laughing at you, man. She's pointing and laughing at you. I love it.
I think she has more like the scoff, like the
I like the alt art.
Yeah. No, I agree. The alt art's gonna go hard, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm saying like the art looks nice. The Agumon looks cool too. He looks very imposing. He actually looks like a dinosaur, not some goofy meat-eating lover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, I was gonna go 4. I like the inheritable. We're doing 0.5s now. Ugh.
I can't give it a 4. 4 is too strong. That's why I changed my Koromon rating.
Then I have to go 3. I don't like to do 0.5s.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, you would round up in that scenario, but sure. Gatchmon. I'm not going to read all these. We've read all these before. What do we think about this one?
I think it's alright. It's like a 3. It's good for the deck. It gives raid.
Starting off the Link archetype with cards like this is pretty good.
Dude, it's a level 3 that plays Tamers. I think that's pretty strong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. 3.5.
I would say that's pretty good.
Gamamon.
I'm not gonna say you shouldn't read them, just in case people haven't watched the previous episodes. I can read it.
You think I should read them all?
I think so, because if people haven't watched all the other reveals, some of them were so long ago, you know.
I'll read them.
If you don't want to read them, you don't have to.
I'll read them. So I'll go ahead and read the Gatchmon. Your turn, once per turn when Digimon gets linked. If you have one or fewer tamers, you may play one Haru Shinkai from your hand without paying the cost. And then when he links, he gives 2k in raid. And then we already rated
that. Yeah, it's like a solid 3 or 4.
Yeah, and then we have Gamamon. Your turn, while you have 2 or fewer security cards or 3 or more hero trait tamers with different names, the Digimon may digivolve into Seriousmon in the hand for an evo cost of 4, ignoring Digivolution requirements. Your turn plus 2k inheritable.
It's okay, but I think this is way too late of the game kind of comeback card, right?
Gamamon sucks.
Yeah. We talked about this when this card first got revealed. The fact that Gamamon players were popping off this hard for a card that is this situational to warp, it's literally the invincible meme of look what they have to do to mimic a fraction of our power.
They're starving, dude.
And it's literally Agumon and Gabumon, and Gamamon's just back there just...
Despite them getting, I would say, more support than most decks, they're still under-supported severely.
They got a whole RB set just dedicated to them.
Basically, yeah.
No, 2 RB sets, right? Because
we've only had one.
Even
RB
the
one.
next
That's
following
RB1.
Well, okay, not LM.
Oh yeah, there were some LM cards for them. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because they got stuffed into my BT15. I'm still not
That's
happy.
right,
about
dude.
it.
I forgot about that. Yeah, it's like a 2. Shoutmon. Your turn with Digimon would digivolve into a Digimon card with the cross-art or hero trait, reduce the evo cost by 1 on deletion save. Inheritable. Your turn with Digimon with the cross-art trait gains rush. I don't like this. They need to stop it.
Ew.
The thing is, though, I don't know which version you're playing this in.
I just hate that they keep giving the inheritable rush for cross decks.
Yeah.
I think that is really bad because you don't have any counterplay to them besides having a medieval in the field, which, I mean, if they have turn player pride to get rid of it, it doesn't matter. Or you have like a Solarmon out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know what version this goes into because this doesn't support the previous version we just got. And this, in the OG version, you don't digivolve either, really. So, this kind of reminds me, this would have been good. This would have been good for, Xiaomon DX, the OG one.
Didn't you Evo into level 4s in the cross-art deck you were playing?
Mine? Only the Sparrowmon and the Raptormon. But then this one, the one we had previously from the last set, it has an on-play. You can digivolve into the Omni shout from underneath one of your tamers.
Okay. So there's just no...
You know what I'm saying? So it's when are you...
The thing I'm looking at with this card is even if you just ignore the first entire half of the card, you could just play this as extra copies of Rush in your deck. You see this in your hand, now you have access to Rush. That's...
Yeah, but the deck's already, tight enough as it is.
Alright, 2. Don't play it in your decks, guys.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, I think it's a 2. I mean, unless someone out there's cooking with, a Digivolve version.
Card sucks. You heard it here first. Flamemon. I forgot there was a red hybrid support in this set. By suspending this Digimon, you may play 1 red tamer card with inherited effects from your hand without paying the cost. If you did, place this Digimon under the played tamer inheritable. Your turn plus 2k.
I think it's a little too slow.
Brandon doesn't like this one.
I think it's too slow. So here's my first issue. If you want to do this for free, for freemium,
yes.
The best thing to do is to do your BT 12 combo where you go into Aguni, the Aguni dies, it plays the Flamemon, but
it plays it suspended.
So you can't even do that. That's how you would have made this card good, but unfortunately you have to suspend it to do that. So
I bet you that's
you can't
why they did that.
Yeah. So what you'd have to do is promote it.
Yeah.
Or hard play it. Now, this is a good way to cheat out more expensive tamers, like the 5 cost and the 4 cost. So if you have a memory setter and you're at 3, you can hard play this. But then you're wasting 3 memory to play an additional tamer. Why not just set up a stack that has all the on deletions and then just go from there?
It's
like we already play a. Yeah, like we already have like a billion ways to play Tamers for free. I think this one's too slow.
All right, it's
to be doing it.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a waste of a digi egg and like a promotion. I'd rather that be like a different level 3 that you're like going to potentially swing with and like poke with, like your whole strategy.
9 times out of 10, with the Flame Mons, you want them to be searchers or draw cards because you play them.
Yeah, like consistency.
They're almost always searchers and draw cards, and they almost always play Tamers for free somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, so this
is a 2.
Well, yeah,
this would have been good 10 sets ago, probably.
This is bulk.
A Goonimon. When Digivolving, you may place one hybrid or hero trait Digimon card from your hand or trash as Digimon's bottom source, or under any of your red Tamers with inherited effects. When attacking, this Digimon may Digivolve into a red hybrid or hero trait Digimon card in the hand with the Evo cost reduced by 1, inheritable your turn plus 2k.
This card is actually pretty good.
The ability to tuck something underneath any of your Tamers is really good.
Yes. Also, on top of that, like, we have a criminal lack of good Agunimons.
Yeah.
The deck I was playing ran 4, and it was the 4 BT12 ones were on deletion play a dude, especially since they hit promo Aguni. If you're playing the Ancient variant, in the Emperor list. If you're playing Ancient, this also makes for a really good secondary Aguni now that your promo has been hit, because this could recycle the promo on the spot. So you
could.
Yeah, you can recycle the promo on the spot, go under one of your Tamers, go from there. It's so good. This is easily played in the deck. I would rate it at least a 3.5 to a 4.
I think it's a 3.
The reason I want to give it the 3.5 to a 4 is because he Evos on the Burning for free. A lot of them do Evo for 1, and he's Evoing for 2 on top of both Tamers and level 3s. A lot of them are 3 nowadays, so he's overall very cheap, and he has like everything you need him to have. I think he's probably the next best Agunimon you have next to the Ancient Warper. Ancient Warpers.
Agunimon. So what do you say, 3.5?
Aguner. Yeah, I'd say 3.5.
Okay.
He fills a niche the deck desperately needed filled.
Burning Greymon. On play, when Digivolving, this Digimon gains Piercing and 3000 DP for the turn. Your turn, when your opponent's security stack is removed from the Digimon, may Digivolve into a level 5 Digimon card with the hybrid trait in the hand with the Evo cost reduced by 1. Inheritable your turn plus 2k.
Now this card's bad.
Seems okay.
The reason I think this card is bad is because no matter what, he is always Evoing for 3. Unless it's on top of an Aguni. So you cannot just raw put him on top of a Tamer for 2. He doesn't even have the, if it's a Takuya, reduce it. I think that by itself is really bad. I think the whole idea is they want you to go into the Aguni from earlier and then go into him. I'm not a fan of that. And like, he doesn't even have synergy with the old Burning Greymon, because Burning can't Evo on top of Burning. And like, cool, Piercing, 3000 DP. I have a Tamer that gives Piercing that I play a good number of copies of, and the BT12 Burning does this, and like the BT17 Burning does this. So it's just a lot of redundancy that I just don't feel. And this one restricts you into Evoing into the level 5. I hardly run level 5s.
I think this would be okay if the deck still played a bunch of level 5s.
Yeah. And like on top of that, you have to finish a check. Like you have to be checking their security in order to get the Evo. It's not just when attacking.
It'd be before the battle happened, though.
Agreed, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. For me, it's not doing what a Burning slot should be doing.
Agreed. Card sucks. 1.
Yeah, I'd say it's like
I'll give it a 2.
Cyclone Mod. The end of the battle, security effect. Play this card without paying the cost. On play, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less. Inheritable your turn plus 2k.
It's like a 1 or 2. It's like the worst card in the entire Medusa line / War Greymon line.
Yeah, I don't even know if you play this in the deck. I feel like I'd rather play a more generic red level 4.
It pops their tokens that you give them with Medusumon.
Yeah. That's like the good part about it.
You have to have either 5 memory to go into that, or you have to have a level 3 already on the board to Evo.
Or
they check it out of security.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Like you play it.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2. I agree. Like it's not super awesome. I will like
at least it
this
synergizes. Yeah, pre-release would be nice.
This is really good in pre-release, and it's a common.
I mean, yeah, it's a common. I mean, this just screams to me like the moment you get a second wave of support, this is the first card that gets cut.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Shoutmon King version. Raid Piercing. On deletion, you may place one Digimon card with the Crossheart, Blue Flare, or Hero trait from your hand or trash under any of your tamers, then save. And then your turn plus 2k inheritable.
2.
Alright, Chris said it's a 2.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it to...
Yeah. Dimetromon. When Digivolving, if you have one or fewer tamers, you may play one Owen Dreadnought from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritable your turn. Once per turn, when your opponent's security stack is removed from, gain 1 memory. I'd say 3.5.
Yeah, I would say 3.5. It's another... It's like they're starting to get into these generic habits of just making the level 4 tamer play plus doing the same inheritable as level 3, and I think that's actually really good.
We need a second Geo Greymon that plays Marcus.
Yes.
You guys have enough.
How hard would it be?
You have enough.
Yeah, we need it. We deserve it.
No, you have enough.
No, we don't. It would just replace the existing one. I don't think we would. I mean, you might still play the other one, but I don't know if you would have room at that point.
We just need the one with updated text saying, one or fewer. As long as you, one or fewer.
One or fewer.
And it would just replace the BT21 one.
You don't need it.
We do, though. Do Gatchmon. Rush Raid. Your turn. Once per turn, when Digimon gets linked, it may attack. And then if you link it, it basically gives Pseudo Blitz and 3k.
I think it's like a 3.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. You're the only person that
I think it's pretty good.
Is familiar with this deck or how it works in any way, shape, or form out of the 3 of us. I just realized I'm going to have to, read these cards during the pre-release and be annoyed that people put them in their decks.
Well, the best part about this is it's abnormal. Yeah. It's got a pretty high DP for level 4, and just this plus the Gatchmon from earlier, he can just start swinging over level 5s at a level 4, which is pretty nice. So
yeah, I mean, you're paying 4 memory to do that, but yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so even have you ever considered pay 1 for the Gatchmon?
You ever considered Red Hybrid does that, but can swing over level 6s for 3 memory, 2 memory?
So, Battle Gamamon.
When Digivolving, if you have 1 or fewer tamers, you may play 1 hero from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritable plus 2k your turn.
It's a 3. No, it's not even a 3. It's I guess if I was gonna be you guys, it'd be a 2.5 because it's inheritable. I'm not gonna give it a 3. Its best points are because of the tamer play, but its inheritable is just bad because at least with the Dimetromon,
the inheritable is way better.
Yeah, the inheritable is way better.
Yeah.
So.
You're right. Card sucks. Aldemon. When any of your Digimon with a Goonimon or Burning Gray in their Evo cards would Digivolve into this card in the hand, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. Security attack plus 1. On deletion, you may play 1 red tamer card with inherited effects from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Inheritable. On deletion, you may play 1 red tamer card with inherited effects from your hand or trash without paying the cost.
They're never going to make
he costs 4 for.
He costs 4.
They're never.
And then he has text that reduces the Evo cost by 1 if it's a Goonimon or Burning Gray.
They're never going to print an Aldemon that's better than BT7, are they?
No, because all of those level 5s are busted and they know it.
They know it, yeah. So this card's
for
bad.
1 memory into a level 5 is broken. That's one of the things that makes Galaxy so good.
This just doesn't. This isn't. I'm guessing this doesn't get played, right?
No,
there's no way.
The card says 4 memory, and that top spot where Digivolve cost is, that makes it basically unplayable.
So on top of that, it's even worse.
I'll give it a 2.
This thing's a 1. This thing is worse.
It doesn't have the security option effect.
Yeah, well, there's that. I was gonna say this is worse than every single Aldemon they printed prior, except for maybe the first Aldemon ever from BT4. Purely because, like, the other ones, like, bare minimum, at least let you warp into them by using cards in trash, which is at least doable. Some people play those cards because they can do that. I don't. Like, just have Aldemon. Just be good. Kill your opponent before that. Like, the security check +1 is the best part on this card. The on-deletions I don't think are going to be super relevant. And the fact you have to Evo for 4/1 less is just bad.
Yeah, like, best case scenario, you're reducing
probably
it by 1
2
memory off of this effect, so it's a 2 cost Evo.
But, like, I
as
have
you check security.
Evo. I have a 1 cost Evo that turns into a 0 cost Evo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is reverse power creep. I'm not sure what they're doing. This reminds me of BT14 Greymon support, where they're like, hey, it's another line of support, guys, but they're all worse than existing cards.
There's maybe one out of it where you're just like, okay, at least you're playable.
Yeah. Omni Shoutmon. This card is also treated as Shoutmon for Digicross. Who cares? End of attack, you may play 1 card with the Cross Art, Blue Flare, or Hero trait from your hand with a play cost reduced by 5. If you did delete this Digimon, on deletion, you may place 1 Digimon card with the Cross Art or Blue Flare trait from your hand or trash under any of your tamers, then save. Inheritable, your turn, Digimon with the Cross Art trait gains Rush.
Another Rush. Oh my god.
It's okay. It's like a 2. Again, I mean, maybe we have enough Shoutmon cards at this point to play some kind of weird Digivolution version. I guess. I don't know.
That's how the deck started back in like BT 5 or 6 or something like that. When was that?
They didn't have Cross Art in the trade, I'm pretty sure.
No, they didn't. That's when we got the Omni Shout, the first one.
Yeah, that was when you got the Omni Shout and the OGZ Greymon and stuff.
I think only the new Tamer gets played in like the version I'm gonna play.
Excellent card sucks. Canopismon on play when Digivolving by placing 1 Digimon card with Gamemon and its text from your hand as its Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 7,000 DP or less. All turns inheritable once per turn. When Digimon with the Gamemon and its text would leave the battle area by your opponent's effects by trashing 3 Digimon cards from its sources. It doesn't leave.
It's got cool art.
Cool. It gives them protection. I think you have enough.
The inheritable's cool.
5s. Yeah, the inheritable's the best part. I think you have enough level 5s now that say this card gets all of them, all of the effects of things in their name that you could definitely run this and it would be okay.
Yeah.
Because like there's several ways to tuck it. There's several ways to get it in your stack. Like I think it's good.
It's probably
the deck. I think needed some type of protection.
Yeah.
I like this card. Yeah, I'd give it a 3.
Level 5 we've seen so far.
I do want to say, like, a lot of the arts from this set are really nice, even on the commons and uncommons.
Oh, yeah.
Just wanted to mention that. Globemon, security attack +1. On play, when Digivolving, may link 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from your hand or this Digimon's sources to this Digimon without paying the cost. Your turn once per turn. When this Digimon gets linked, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less TP as this Digimon. When he is linked to someone, gives them +4k, and then delete 1 of their opponent's Digimon with as much or less TP as him. So
this is one of the cards that can do the add fuse. So you're effectively going into this for free, which is really cool.
Do they have Rush? App fusion cards?
Do they have Rush?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So they're not the same
so.
as
I mean,
DNAing?
No. Oh, yeah. If you app fuse, yes, it's a DNA. It's like a DNA Digivolution.
Okay.
So yes, it does.
Okay, thank you.
Damn.
Because it's coming out as like a new Digimon, I believe.
Okay, you added that stipulation there, so you don't know for sure.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 98% sure.
How are you?
I don't know, Sean. You're the judge. Why don't you figure it out?
Yeah, judge.
I have refused to read anything they've released about how these cards work because I don't wanna.
Well, you're our judge. You need to know how this works.
I mean, I'm gonna read them when the set comes out, obviously, but I just have been putting it off because I don't want
Is that a 1?
I feel like this is going to be a Caleb deck. I feel like Caleb's going to build this.
Oh, I'm going to build this.
Okay.
It seems like it's fun. It seems like it's a fun, quirky deck.
It seems like a deck you would build.
Yeah, it's a fun deck. It's very glass cannon. You go into this guy for free and then swing, and then it dies, and you just cry and you give up.
Listen, the problem with this deck, I can tell you right now, is it's going to be hella expensive. This is a super rare.
Despite being
the Tamer is super rare.
Yeah.
And the level 6 is a secret rare.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the boss monster is a secret.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck, I guess.
So Chris, what is this rated? Because I don't know or care.
I give it like a 4. I think it's really good.
Yeah, this is just, for me, it's just a return of Cross, where I'm reading these cards and my eyes just gloss over.
I mean, I'll probably drop it to a 3 because it's deletion based effect, which a lot of cards do have protection against now. So I guess I would drop it a point for that.
This loses to Angels. I just read it. Cybergemon. On play, when Digivolving, if your opponent has 5 or fewer security cards, they place 1 card from the hand as the bottom security card, then trash their top security card. Inheritable your turn plus 4K.
Yeah, this is a 3. This is a very good card because most of the time you're always going to be triggering this effect because of the Digimon. So they're always going to be at less than 5, unless you're playing security control, where you can recover a bunch of times.
Imagine trash.
This effect is always kind of propping.
Dude, trashing a Gatomon, so nice.
Trash your security, Gatomon.
Thanks.
Oh.
And you let me tuck another Gatomon in there for free? Let's go.
Oh man.
Thank you. Very cool. Yeah, this is like a 3.
I thought you were playing Angels. Why is there an Angel card in my deck?
Literally, the 2 lines they gave us for this deck are both really good, except for like the 2 weakest cards are the Cyclomon and the Agumon. But outside of that, like every other card is like very good.
So this lets you Evo into Medusa for what? 1 memory basically. She's a 4 to Evo, so 3 memory or 2 memory. Math.
Yeah.
Because if you have both or all 3 actually, 1 memory.
It is 1 because the Gigi, the level 4, and then level 3 are all.
Yeah. Okay. So if you have the ideal line, it's 1 memory.
Yes.
Okay. I'll give it a 3.5 then. That seems pretty cool.
But this next level 5 is also very good.
The next level 5 is obviously the better one.
Lumiamon, which has progress, which means while attacking, your opponent's effects don't affect this Digimon. So that includes security options, ace cards, what have yous, retail, any of that stuff doesn't happen. Your turn once per.
They don't have a persistent effect.
Yeah, it would need to be like premium DP reduction or something.
I mean, it can just be regular DP reduction. As soon as the attack is over, it just goes through.
Oh yeah, true. You're right. Yeah, something like that. Your turn once per turn, when any of your reptile or dragonkin trait Digimon's attack targets change, trash your opponent's top security card, and then inheritable is all turns once per turn while your opponent's security is removed from, or when your opponent's security is removed from. You may play 1 reptile or dragonkin trait Digimon card with 5,000 DP or less from your hand without paying the cost. Not hand or trash.
So you can play the Cyclo. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Is it only so the Cyclo and then pops the token you just made off of the dude?
Yep.
Off the deuce.
Yeah.
You can play the in archetype level 4 as well.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing's name is. Dimetro.
Yeah. I think you'd rather the Dimetro be in your stack because it doesn't have an on play.
Agreed.
Yeah.
If this played from hand
I think
or trash, it'd be nice, but.
Yeah, and the best part about progress, I think we can all agree, is it's just all effects. It's not something dumb like Digimon effects or anything like that. So that's like the best part about progress.
Swinging at someone's security and checking security options and then being like effect and being like effect.
No.
So
not in my house.
No, just carefully.
I'm gonna give this a 4 just for that because I think progress is such a good effect.
Yes, I agree. I think that warrants a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Progress is a very good keyword to finally make red a little better.
Yeah. Then we have War Greymon. When this card would be played, reduce the play cost by 2 for each of your opponent's Digimon. Has Rush, Raid, and Blocker, and then all turns once per turn when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted, the Digimon may unsuspend.
I mean, we talked about this. It's just a poor man's medieval type style thing where you like, or not medieval per se, but like a Death X where you can play it for cheap. But, I mean, Rush, Raid, Blocker, cool. He doesn't have progress. I think if he came out and he had, let's say, Rush, Raid, Progress, not Blocker, I think this card's better.
See, the problem is I think you're focusing...
or something.
Yeah. I think the problem is, though, Brandon, you're focusing too much on just that first effect.
Not enough on the
You can just Digivolve... Yeah, you can just Digivolve into this, blow up a token... It'll unsuspend, and then you can Rush, Raid, Block, or whatever. With like the Lamiamon, you Digivolve, you can blow up. Because it's
you have to attack. This guy doesn't remember if you're.
Yeah, if you're he's saying if you Evo into it, you're going to be able to swing, trash a security, do the whole thing.
I mean, the issue I have is this doesn't have progress, and it gets blown.
Oh, agreed.
These cards.
I'm not saying it's like a 4 or a 3. It's like it's probably a 2, but like Brand's focusing too much on like let me just hard play this for cheap. Like you can still just Digivolve into this, and it's got 3 keywords, so it's like.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know if you play this in the deck if you just play four Medusas and then you just throw in Medievals.
It's Medieval and Medusa, dog.
Yeah, but like it's not. I don't think it's trash. It's just not great.
I think it is.
There are better cards than this.
I think this is one of the worst War Greymons we've ever had.
Worst War Greymons ever?
Yeah.
I mean, BT5 is right there.
Yeah, the BT5 is the one that popped up in my head, and I'm not even sure if it's not better than this one because it at least has removal.
Even the red-black one? This one has Raid, Rush, and Blocker.
The red-black one just have Raid? The starter deck?
Or no. The
Ace?
I think it's talking about Raid War.
No, Raid War.
Raid War is way better than this. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to remember its entire effect.
It has Raid, and it gets 3k and reboot to the end of your opponent's turn. And once per turn when attacks redirected, it unsuspends.
That's true. That is much better. I forgot about the redirect part.
I mean, this guy's also a double swinger, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I don't think it's...
If you were to play... If this card came out...
I have to look at all of them.
If this card came out with Rush, Raid, Progress, I think you can make an argument.
Much better.
I think you can make an argument. It's good in this deck, and it's good for War Greymon Tribal.
I bet you they were afraid to give it Progress because of Greymon Tribal.
Yeah. Because then...
No, it's because of the lore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, don't even get me started on the lore, alright? Listen here. Why does every War Greymon have the Crest of Courage on his back? Why isn't it not like Black War Greymon, where his back is empty if it's not specifically Ty's War Greymon? Tangent over.
Right.
That's a good question.
Weird.
I don't know the answer. This card is a 1. I hate it.
He's not
I think it's better than that. I think it's like a 2.
You don't play this in the deck, dude. It's Medusa, Medieval, and then whenever Medusa triggers, Medieval triggers, and he's like, blow up your other thing, idiot.
Yeah. The problem is they have literally better cards they could be playing. And it's literally... I mean, okay, how about this? Hear me out.
You're going to love this card. I can tell you right now, Sean, you're going to absolutely love this for pre-release.
The War Greymon?
I think so, yeah. You tell me you want to play this for pre-release? This is a pre-release juggernaut.
I don't know if it's a juggernaut, but it is a pre-release card that you definitely would play.
Powerhouse.
But it's not like I drew this, I'm going to win a game.
Yeah.
How many aces are in this set?
For people, I don't know.
There are no aces in this set? Okay, then it's pretty solid for pre-release.
I think. I can't think off the top of my head how many aces are.
Whenever we get done. But if there are no aces, then this card's really good in pre-release.
Yeah, there's none for red right now so far.
But, like, hear me out. For people who don't have access to Medieval, this is probably the next best level 6 in that deck. But just get Medieval, guys. He's so good.
There are poor people out there, Sean.
I don't even know. I don't know if what Brand just said is correct. I think you'd be better off playing something else besides him.
No.
Why is this even good? Why would you? You could play another War Greymon that would be better.
Yeah, play EX1. He deletes a blocker.
I mean, I guess because I'm guessing the Raid War Greymon does have Dragonkin, correct?
Yeah, they all.
Maybe you would just play that. Yeah. Oh, maybe you are just better playing.
You can play War Grey X. You can play all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
Also,
you're fiddling with your opponent's security. War Grey X is gaining memory.
There are at least so far one ace card I have seen.
Okay. Don't spoil it. Alright, go to Shoutmon.
Alright, Shoutmon Dix. Security attack +1. On play, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon. All turns when Digimon leave the battle area, you may place up to 4 cross or blue for a trait Digimon cards from its Digivolution cards under one of your tamers. Do you play this, Chris?
Yeah. I'm not playing it, no.
Okay,
again, because this is like it's like a Digivolve version. I don't know, it's weird. It's like OG.
Only one ace card in the set.
Okay. Is it a super?
Okay.
It must be, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a super.
Okay, because we haven't...
I didn't actually look, but...
That's fine.
Stop spoiling
it is a super. Chris, everybody knows. People are watching this going, how did they forget about insert this card?
Like, we should know, we just forgot.
Yeah.
Once I saw it, I went, oh yeah, no duh.
Serious Mon, security attack +1, raid. When Digivolving, when attacking, not once per turn, by placing one Digimon card with Digimon in its text or the hero trait from your hand as its Digimon's bottom source, delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon.
I really wish like this deck was like good, because I think once you start getting to like the serious and the canon wise, the arts are so cool.
This does look really nice. Once you get
Yeah, I love when you get to like his like cannon with the shot coming out and like the X. I just like how the card art is, and I just like then I remember what kind of deck this is. I'm like, oh,
the color palette of the card is so good. Like I love
it's Proton Galaxy.
Yeah, I love the
Proton.
It was a light dragon. He's the same thing as Shine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love the transition from like a really light inside the blast to that green to that black, and then you look over, they do the exact same thing but with like a light purple. I mean, the colors and everything really pop. It's just like, yeah, the archetype itself just doesn't hit. Like
this
the first
is a good pre-release card, Chris.
Oh yeah,
that's what.
This is a good pre-release card.
Yeah, this is a very good pre-release card.
Yeah,
if you can pull like Gamamons and stuff.
Is mid. This is good.
I mean, yeah, only if you can pull Gamamon stuff or hero stuff, but I guess there is a lot of hero stuff in this.
There's infinite hero Gamamon cards in this set. There's no way if you pull this you won't have other cards you can tuck.
Somebody will. Somebody
He can tuck himself.
Literally.
Alright, Digivolve effect puts him back under.
Yeah. I think this is probably a 3. The archetype just sucks.
Yeah. It's like a 3.
Medusa.
Go to the good one.
Yeah, obviously, I'm on it.
No, the good one. The one with the thighs.
No, this is the SP. This is the best one.
Okay,
Medusamon. Security attack +1 and progress. When Digivolving / end of attack once per turn, you may delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon. All turns once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted or their security stack is removed from, they play one petrification token. Digimon White 3000 DP with the effect your turn this Digimon can't suspend, and then on deletion trash your top security card.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
The 4.
Yeah, I would say this is a 4.
I do love how they tried to balance this card by making the token 3000, because you know there are a lot of level 3s out there with 1000. So I guess that was like their idea of trying to somewhat balance this.
Easier, make it a little harder to delete.
Yeah. So you couldn't consistently blow up the token for the on deletion effect. You know what I mean? Okay. Like if your opponent is trying to like somewhat play around it, I guess they could just be like, "Here's a level 3 with 1000 DP. Like you're not gonna also trash my security."
Dude, she's so good. I can't wait to play that deck.
Agreed.
When it's good.
When it's good. It's good on release. What do you mean?
This would be sick in pre. If you pull this in pre-release, you win.
We say that.
Oh yeah, the SP. Yeah, of course.
Well, obviously, yes. Dude, imagine.
Sean, if I pull that SP, I will sell it to you for $500.
I'll give you 100 cash.
$500.
No.
I'll wait a week and then see what see what it's at.
It's $1,000. $500.
No.
I think you guys, if you guys, do I have the most pulled SPs right now out of everyone here?
I have
what, 4?
the Ghost Omni, the Gold Shout, and I think that's it for me for low pull rate cards.
Okay, I think I have 3 or 4.
You have Dynus, Rapid,
Gold Shout. Is it just those 3?
I think that's it. And then Emma pulled the Ghost Paladin.
Imperial.
Yes,
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you have more than me. I tried my hardest to pull an Alphamon out of BT10, but it just never came, dude.
It just won't happen.
Bro, I just really wanted
Malaga. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not forgetting about something now that you've asked that question. Those are the 2 that I can think of off the top of my head.
It's the only 2 I can remember you pulled. I knew about the Ghost Omni and the what's it called?
The Gold Shout.
The Gold Shout, but I don't remember you pulling any others.
I probably didn't. I think I would remember.
Huh?
Yeah. The only other cards I've ever had that were more than that were like prize cards.
Right.
Shoutmon Cross 7 Super Mode. On play, when digivolving, trash the top 10 stack cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. When attacking once per turn, you may return one of your opponent's Digimon with no sources to the bottom of the deck. Chris, do you play this?
I don't think so. I mean, you can as like a 1 or 2 of, just as like some kind of form of removal, because
isn't this worse than the original one?
I think so, but like I would just play the OG one.
It's power crept D-Evo, so it literally does.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that, Brandon, because it's wording.
Yeah, it's power crept D-Evo, so like if anything has protection, you can just be like, no, you don't.
They finally gave us a way to get around D-Evo effects and still D-Evo people.
Yeah, right.
I can't be De-Evo'd. Yeah, but that's not what this says.
Yeah, we're not De-Evoing you.
Yeah, I swear I'm not De-Evoing you. Yeah, it's like a 3.
It's okay. He's like a 3, yeah.
Sangomon. Your turn when Digimon would digivolve into a Digimon card with the Mollusk or Aquatic trait, reduce the Evo cost by 1. Inheritable end of attack once per turn, gain 1 memory.
Josh probably likes this card, right?
I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure the Seedramons have Aquatic trait, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
So this is probably good.
So it just lets the plays be a little cheaper.
Yeah, so that's a 3.
Oh, it's also just the Inheritable's pretty good too. Like just more memory gain. So yeah.
Yeah, they could potentially gain 2 memory in 1 turn off those.
John, I bet you're really excited for that next card. Oh wait.
Would have been number 3.
Your turn when Vmon. Your turn when this Digimon would digivolve into a Digimon card with the armor form or hero trait, reduce the Evo cost by 1. Inheritable your turn plus 2k.
I think it's pretty good for like, you know, the armor rush decks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like you probably play this in the Magna X armor variants, and I probably hero. I'm assuming if that's even a real deck. I don't think I would.
It's going to be pretty good for pre-release.
I think we could legitimately see just armor rush come back.
Isn't that just a worse version of Magna X armor though?
I think it's a worse version of Magna DNA. But I think it's a better version than Magna Armor. I think it has faster kill potential than that deck. Especially once you start to set up.
But you don't have a top end.
Yeah, but Armor Rush never really did.
You'll probably
they're just going to play a bunch of VMons.
So, yes, they did not. However, that deck was in BT9. /BT9.
Agreed. I just think they're going to play a bunch of... It's just like a low-end deck where they're just going to have a bunch of VMons and armors. They're going to promote, and then they're going to swing, they're going to armor purge, they're going to digivolve, they're going to suspend, they're going to attack, and it's just going to be that.
That sounds really bad.
And they're going to play... Guess what they're going to play? They're going to play rockets. They're going to play a lot of fire rockets.
All right.
Listen, all I'm saying
I don't think it's going to be any good, but people are going to play it.
you can still just play Magna as the top end as well.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing stopping you. They're all armor forms.
Well,
like, sure, you'd have to potentially play level 5s, like maybe
bad.
Zudos or something like that, but yeah. Unless you're just playing Magna, in that case, you could just Evo Magna on top of Magna, and then you're fine.
Yeah, this is a 3 to me.
Yeah, the card's like a 3.
It's okay. It also has,
fine. Yeah.
It's going to come pre-release stamped.
Yep. Yeah. It'll be foil.
Yeah. Floramon. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add an avian or bird in one of its traits, and 1 card with the Wingardium trait among to the hand, put the rest on the bottom of the deck. Inheritable jamming.
Give it a 3.
Wingardium,
double searcher for...
Yeah.
Yeah, double searcher for its archetype, and then jamming.
Yep.
Very good, very good.
Kiwimon. All turns when the Digimon suspends, draw 1 inheritable jamming.
It's okay.
Okay.
You get this over the Floramon, at least hopefully you're surviving the check with jamming, and then you're drawing an extra card, so I don't think it's awful. I couldn't...
2.
Yeah, I don't think you're playing this outside of its archetype, obviously.
I
Well,
would
no,
hope not.
the Tama doesn't draw
Yeah.
unless you play a dude.
Oh, yeah, true. Alright, speaking of armors, Flamedramon. When Digivolving, this Digimon gets 2000 DP until your opponent's turn ends. Your turn once per turn when this Digimon's attack target changes, this Digimon unsuspends.
I mean, it'd be a lot cooler if he had Raid.
That's what I was thinking. It's weird that he doesn't have Raid. Because, like, there's no way to trigger that unless he gets blocked.
Yeah, I was about to say, you literally have to get blocked to get that.
Yeah, I would say this is a 2.
I would just rather play the old one.
You mean the promo?
Okay, the promo or just the older Flamedramon, the BT21.
Yeah, I don't think this is... I actually think this is a 1 to me. This is just... I don't think you even play this.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah. Magnamon, blocker, armor purge. When Digivolving Digimon unsuspends, then to one of your opponent's Digimon give minus 2000 DP for the turn for each card with the armor form trait in your trash. Finally gave it a yellow effect, dude.
Yep.
Finally.
It's like a 3.
Yellow Gober.
Yeah.
And he's got blocker.
All
not bad.
Magnamon's have blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say this is a 3. This is only gonna like actually kill something potentially late game if you even get to that point, but I think that's not your goal.
Yeah.
But it can pop.
I mean, to be fair,
dudes.
It is just nice to have another Magna. Like, the more of those you have, the better.
Yeah.
Now we have, like, what, 4?
Starter deck, BT8, BT13. This one. Is there another one? Did we get...
I don't think so.
I think
I don't remember any promos. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the 4th one. Besides the Megas, obviously. Yeah, this is okay. It's literally just like a reverse of BT8 Magna.
Yeah.
Lydramon, piercing armor purge. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and this Digimon gets 2000 DP until your opponent's turn ends. This is power creeped BT8 Lydramon. Like in
the best of the 3 we've seen, in my opinion.
I agree. This is a 3.5 for me.
Yeah, what's great about this, it makes your Magna even bigger.
Yeah, it does, assuming that you're playing Awakening, because that's the only way that this... I mean, I guess and you're playing level 5s.
Oh, yeah, I mean, say you just DNA.
You DNA that 2000.
Oh, no, it loses it.
Yeah, dog, that's not how
it's
DNAs
gone.
work.
It's a new... Dang it!
Dag nabbit. I do like that this is an uncommon. Dibs. Because this... we'll be replacing the Elijahmons in my Magna X DNA deck.
Okay.
Art looks pretty cool too.
It does. I'm sad I have to get rid of the textured ones to play these pre-release stamps, but it's a better card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them's the breaks.
And it just has piercing. So.
Yeah, and this would be a 9k on top of the BT16 Demi V, so like decent chance you're surviving if you don't any armor purges.
Yeah.
CC.
Oh, it can be even bigger on top of the Vmon?
Assuming you're playing a plus 2k Vmon, which I'm not currently in my list. Yeah, he would be 11.
Not even this one right here. Well, yeah, that one. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
No, I wouldn't play. I would play the BT.
Yeah.
17 one, 16 one. I can't remember I think it's BT 16.
I mean, in that deck,
he doesn't search.
Searchers.
Yeah, it doesn't search. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Daramon, evade. On play, when digivolving one of your Digimon with the Wind Guardian trait may unsuspend. Inheritable, your turn Digimon's attack target can't change. That's the new level 5 for blue.
Yep.
You can't block me. 3. It's whatever.
It's like a 3, yeah.
I mean, it's also funny because you can unsuspend himself. So, like, you can swing with a level 4 with jamming, unsuspend it.
Swing again with jamming.
Yeah, swing again.
Yeah.
Going to a level 6, it probably unsuspends, maybe, I don't know.
God, I just had Vietnam flashbacks of Garurumon when Brandon said, "I'll just attack. Unsuspend. Attack. Digivolve. Unsuspend. Attack.
Attack. What's his DP? I have jamming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Griffin.
Give me wear guard back.
Yeah. This is a DNA Digivolve, which is whatever, dude. Has Alliance, and then when Digivolving, you may play one level 4 or lower Digimon card with the Wind Guardian trait from your hand without paying the cost. When attacking once per turn, one of your other Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Wind Guardian trait in the hand without paying the cost.
So far, this is the only card that's actually triggered off the Tama.
Oh yeah.
Is your level 6.
Yeah, that's actually kind of bad.
Payoff.
Yeah.
You draw one card.
Hey, if I want to activate my Tama back, if I want to activate my Tama, I get to my level 6.
Yeah.
I mean,
Coromon's over there like, I'll play Tamer, suspend, draw.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have more Wind Guardians to go through, so maybe just a blue line doesn't play them. Maybe like I think it's a green.
Yeah, there's
plays
green.
them.
Yeah, I figured. I thought it was funny that so far this is the only one.
Are they all just green and blue, dude? Are you just gonna be able to play Wisteria and call it a day?
Oh, that'd be smart.
Hey, good for them. Good for them. They don't have to wait until October to get
Davis.
all the weird 2-color ones. Oh yeah, and Davis.
Oh, God, Davis is never going away.
No, he's just a generically best tamer for a dual color.
Best OG tamer. Yeah. TK sitting right there, like 1 and 2.
Yeah,
I would say so. I mean, to be fair though, Matt did get banned.
Yeah, but I don't think Matt was ever the best one.
No, even when he wasn't. I mean, banned. I don't think he was the best one.
Obviously banned. I thought otherwise because he's banned.
Because you could abuse the hell out of him in a specific archetype, but I don't think he was ever the best one.
He was gonna abuse like that time Ty abused him.
Yeah,
like beating the hell out of him.
All right, speaking of good cards, Agumon.
Yeah.
Your turn while your opponent is a level 6 or higher Digimon, or you have 3 or more hero trait tamers with different names. Digimon may Digivolve into Shine Greymon in the hand for an EVO cost of 4, ignoring its evolution requirements. Inheritable your turn plus 2k. Dibs on your pre-release stamps.
So I think the thing I also like about this is, you don't have to be at a certain security. Yeah. Your opponent just has to have a level 6, and you're like, boom, I'm here.
Yeah, Evo into Shine for free off of my BT12 Marcus. Thank you.
Yes, and it's also just a your turn effect, so you can. It's not like starting your main or anything like that. It's just like, hey,
you can train into it. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Imagine the world we live in. Imagine the world we live in where they actually limited ruin mode to 1, and you guys would.
You shut the hell up. You shut your dirty whore mouth.
Hey,
this is a 4. Moving on.
Where's that world?
Oh, it's a 4.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, and he's cute. He's a cute little dinosaur.
I would say that the fact that you could have this card plus, I think it's BT12 Marcus. Is that the one that suspends the Evos for free?
Yes.
I think this plus that is a guaranteed ruin mode makes this card a 5 for me.
He's got a good point.
You warp into the Shine taps them, and then boom, you're ruin mode.
Yeah,
you essentially have a 3-cost ruin mode.
Yeah.
4.
You Evo into Shine.
I think it's a 4 because it does require your opponent to have a level 6.
Shine is
so
free.
You're already in a position.
You'd have to have 2
Yes.
BT12 Marcuses in that scenario, Brandon.
Yeah, you are in a position where your opponent is like playing the game. That means you weren't able to shine them already.
Yeah.
So like this is a very good card. It's definitely a 4.
Brandon, what part of that do you want me to explain?
Hold on. I'm saying right here. The reason I'm saying 3 memory is because this Evo's into Shine for free, right? No, 4/4. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay. I misheard you. I thought you were saying free, and I was like, not unless you have 2 Marcuses.
Yeah, you would need 2 Marcuses in that case.
Yeah.
How did you manage this?
Calendamon. Security at the end of the battle. Play this card without paying the cost. I did too. And you can also link it to give it plus 2k, and then your turn all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 3000 DP. This is a 1.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's like a 1. It's kind of hilarious though. I love it. Why is it October 1st? There's got to be some kind of reason.
I don't know.
Some lore.
Yeah, it's got to be something.
It's probably something stupid. Geogramon. All turns once per turn, when any of your Marcus Daemons are played, this Digimon may digivolve into a yellow Digimon card with a Rise Gramon in its name in the hand without paying the cost. Inheritable your turn, this Digimon gets 2000 DP. This is a 3.5 for me.
Think so. Okay. Alright. It is pretty good. I like it.
This is a 4 of in my second draft.
Okay. So you're playing 4 of the Tamer play, this one, and then probably like 2 of the... If you have Tamer gain a memory?
It is currently 4 of every new card that I am playing any number of.
Okay.
So it's everything but the 6 in the option.
Huh. I will say, I think it would be really cool if Calendamon, and I know I'm going back to this, and I know it'd be a big pain, and there's no way they would do this, but if every copy, not every copy obviously, but there were multiple dates on it, yes.
That would be amusing. I'm glad they wouldn't invest time and effort into that.
It would definitely make it to where like collectors would try their hardest to
have to get 366
420.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. 420 is gonna be like
420 and call it a day. A pre-release stamp? No, it doesn't have a pre-release stamp. I was gonna say a pre-release stamp 420 would be the most you could possibly hope for.
June 9th as well, probably.
All right, here you go.
Yeah. So there's a date in September. I'm sure someone would find too. What? The 30th. That's my birthday. What do you? Yeah. What are you thinking of, Sean?
Sociomon, security.
So Geogrammon's a great card. 3.
Play this card without paying the cost. On play, when digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP until their turn ends. When you link this card, it gives them plus 3k, and then one of the Digimon gets minus 2k premium.
This guy
I just don't like the way he looks.
That sounds racially motivated.
Yeah, why, Brandon? Is it the little mustache?
You know what? You're right. I don't like the way this looks either. The more I look at it, the more I hate it.
Best part. But no, like it's just covered in these little. Like, what are these little helmet wearing?
It is a lot going on.
I don't know where he starts, and I don't know where these little floating bees end. Like, are they birds?
I'll probably give this like.
I don't know.
I'll probably give this like a 2. I mean, it is premium. It is premium DP, but it's only 2k.
The little birds are tweets.
Oh my god.
Because it's all about social media.
Yeah. Rise Greymon. On play, when digivolving, for the turn, one of your Marcus Daemons is also treated as a 3000 DP Digimon. Can't Evo and gains Russian Alliance, and one of your Digimon may attack. All turns once per turn, when any of your yellow or red Tamers are deleted, you may place one Marcus Daemon from your trash as the top security card. Inheritable, same thing whenever one of them is deleted all turns. Dibs on your pre-release stamps.
Yeah.
So
this is a 4.
This is a 4. This is if I have 2 Marcuses on the board, you're getting ruin moded.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're getting ruin mode. Hard play. I can pay 7 memory and ruin mode you.
Yep. Yeah, for free.
For free.
For free.
So you play this promote them more, and you're getting security checks out of it,
Yeah,
which
you're getting
is
2
another
checks out
really
of it as well. Yeah.
yeah, which is a great part. You're gonna unplay this Marcus swing, Digivolve, Shine Effect, tap the Marcus, Digivolve into Ruin mode, 2 checks, and now your board's minus 10k.
5k.
Oh, 5k.
Yeah.
You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, really good card. 4 of.
Yeah, this is a 4 of.
Its security effect's also really good too. So.
Security effect.
Oh, I'm sorry. Inheritable.
Yeah, it has the same generic effect as the BT21, where it has top and bottom on deletion. Play Marcus.
Yeah. Well, it's just like nice. They didn't. They could have made it like bad or something like that.
They could have taken that away from us,
hey.
but I think you need to have that in order for Shine to be okay.
Playable.
Yeah. Excited about this card.
Yeah, very good.
Shine Greymon. Raid. When Digivolving / when attacking once per turn, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 9,000 DP or less. When attacking once per turn by suspending one of your yellow or red Tamer's Digimon, gain security attack +1 and 3,000 DP for the turn.
Before you guys say anything, we agreed that this is better for burst mode, not for ruin mode. This is a second level 6 for burst mode.
Burst mode doesn't even really play a second level 6 now, though. They just play the BT.
Now you have an option.
This is a Digimon.
Yeah,
Brandon.
Yeah, this is just Digimon.
Yeah. God.
I wouldn't even play this in the burst mode version. That's just me though. I think it's okay. I agree with you, Brandon. It's definitely one of the better Shine Greymons they've given us, since then. But it's not going to see play.
You never know.
This card sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Draco X. Start your main phase / when Digivolving this Digimon may Digivolve into a Corgimon in the hand without paying the cost. Inheritable end of turn lets you DNA.
This is like a very 3.
This is easily a 4 Examon. It's like a 3 anywhere else because end of turn DNA is very good. Obviously. And being able to Evo for essentially free is so good.
Yeah,
you could just Evo, and go.
This is probably a 3.5 or 4.
Hold up, would you play this?
Yes, you play this in Examon.
No, shut up, not that deck. Well, could you play this in something like... Because that level 6 for, what was it, Wind Guardians is a DNA, right? Could you play this in that? Because they don't have... I don't remember those level 3s being end-of-turn DNAs, right?
You would be playing Corgimon in order to do that.
No, because he just has end of turn just DNA, right?
I mean, I guess, yeah. He also evos for 1 if it's not on Dracomon.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to think of like the Wind Guardian deck or whatever.
I would think you'd be better off playing like Gabumon or something. If you're looking for an end of turn DNA.
Yeah, Gabumon would probably be a better
because this guy doesn't do anything for you if you're not playing Corgimon.
Yeah, Gabumon doesn't also cost 1, does it?
No, it costs 0.
No. Okay. All right.
Navimon. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Yapmon trait and 1 card with the Yap Driver trait among them to the hand. Return the rest of the bottom of the deck. When linked, it gives +2k in piercing.
3. It's a double searcher, and piercing's also pretty nice.
Cool. Yeah, I was gonna say just the fact it's a double searcher makes it pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Mushroomon. On play, you may suspend 1 Digimon. Inheritable piercing.
It's okay. It's like what, a 2?
Yeah, I think it's probably trash.
Because what is this, the Wind Guardian cards? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Woodmon. On play, when Digivolving, you may suspend 1 Digimon. All turns once per turn when any of your opponent's Digimon are played. If this Digimon is suspended, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Inheritable piercing.
God, that's some restrictions. So it's like a 2.
Yeah, this seems kind of bad.
Yeah, I would agree. That's actually not great.
Cherrymon. On play, when Digivolving, you may suspend 1 Digimon. Opponent's turn once per turn when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks. If this Digimon is suspended, you may change the attack target to one of your Digimon with the Wind Guardian trait. Inheritable all turns once per turn when any of your Wind Guardian trait Digimon are played. You may suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Suspension the line.
Yeah, for real.
I think it's kind of funny how this
two.
this deck has redirection, but also this deck has you can't redirect me. I think that's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, it does.
Both the level 5s are just like, hey, you can't attack me, but I can attack you.
The mirror sounds like it'd be awful.
Oh god, AIDS.
Yeah. All right. Puppetmon Ace, reboot and blocker. On play / when evolving de-evo 2 one of your opponent's Digimon, then return one of their suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. I think this is a 3.5.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's not bad, because most of the time they're going to... Because he has no way to actually suspend a card, right? So, like, this is like... It's only good when you're acing them while they're attacking you, which is the whole point of an ace card, so...
Usually.
But you can't, like, proactively just hard play it.
Right, you can't just hard play it.
If they have suspended stuff on their field.
Yeah, true. I mean, honestly, the de-evo is also really good.
It's very good, and it's really cool because you can target 2 different Digimon with that effect.
Also, what are the odds that both Metal Seedramon and Puppetmon have de-evo, like, on plays?
Oh, that's the good part of their color.
That's they both have black. That's why. If we get a Piedmon that's half black, he'll de-evo too.
I saw a meme today, and it was a picture of Puppetmon, and it said, "Imagine Pinocchio roasting you, and his nose never grows."
I saw that this morning.
Yeah.
And then to Sean's most disappointing card.
Yeah, Xmon X Antibody, Piercing Blocker, Evade. When Digivolving, suspend all of your opponent's Digimon and Tamers, then delete one of their suspended Digimon or Tamers. All turns once a return. When the Digimon suspends, it unsuspends. Then if Xmon or X Antibodies in the Digimon sources, trash your opponent's top security card.
Yeah, the reason Sean hates this is because you're losing keywords if you evo on top of your ace. But, I mean, in its defense, you're gaining keywords if you evo on top of the original DNA Xamon. I think this is okay. If you have the memory, you can turn this into a game shot.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I can only ever imagine Digivolving into this to just kill them.
I mean,
like that's
the cool thing is you can delete Tamers, which is cool. Like, Tamer deletion is still nice.
I think it's a 3. I don't think it's a...
It's a big A.
I would say it had a higher ceiling, but instead it just came out bang average, which I think is the disappointing part.
It is a level 7 X Antibody, and it doesn't just win the game on the spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Underwhelming. Watchmon. On play until your opponent's turn ends, one of their Digimon can't attack players. When you link it, it's plus 2k, and then same effect.
It's like a stun. Okay. That's pretty cool. I'll give it like a 2.
Yeah.
I don't think it's awful.
They can still attack Digimon.
That's true.
Shopmon. On play by trashing one card with Atmon or 3 Musketeers trait from any of your Digimon's sources. De-evo one of your opponent's Digimon. When linking, plus 2k, and then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 3 or less. So, rookies.
Ooh.
On the spot, de-evo 1 for 3 memory is actually not bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad, especially if it's fueling your engine.
You have to trash a source. It's not from your hand, though.
Oh, so you can just trash your Tama?
Well, I was going to say,
it's an on-play.
It's an on-play.
Oh,
but you have to have something else on the field because it's a rookie on-play.
Oh,
yeah. Right. What I was more referring to is like the fact that the archetype already wants to tuck their own options. So you're on-playing this, crashing the option card, and then the option card's going to trigger when it gets drafted as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works in the app build, but I think 3 Muskets loves this.
Yeah, I think this is much better than 3 Musketeers, if I were to guess.
Yeah. Give it like a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonorizamon. Your turn with Digimon would Digivolve into a card with the mineral or rock trait, reduce the EVO cost by 1. Inheritable. When effects trash this card from a mineral or rock trait Digimon sources, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less.
I mean, it's nice to see that they're supporting.
Yeah,
I just like that they're supporting Pyramidi.
You probably play this in Pyramidi, I would assume.
Yeah.
Vimmon. On play, by trashing one card with Vimon and its text from your hand, you may return one non-Digi-Egg card with Vimon and its text from your trash to the hand. Inheritable, your turn once per turn. When this Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon card with Vimon and its text, reduce the Evo cost by 1.
That's pretty good, especially once you start to, like, if you can tuck multiples of this copy.
Shame you can only play 4.
In there. Yeah. It's like a 3, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. You're gonna play it, obviously. Yeah. And it can recur your Galactimon if you need to.
Greymon, on play / when Digivolving, if you have Tai Kamiya or a Tamer with the Adventure trait, give one of your opponent's Digimon start of your main phase of Digimon attacks until their turn ends. Inheritable, reboot.
This card's real good.
3, 4, because it gives something taunt.
Yeah.
Taunt in the Adventure
really
deck
like
is
this
pretty
for the Adventure
disgusting
deck.
because of how good the aces are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since like the Wargrave can just come out and be like, hey, I'm immune to stuff. The Metal Garu can come out and recur this so you can use it multiple turns in a row.
Yeah.
It's pretty disgusting.
So 3.5.
I would say 3.5 to 4.
Somewhere around there.
Also dibs on pre-release since we're still doing that gimmick.
Okay. Snatchmon, on play / when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with a Vimon and its text among them to the hand, trash the rest, then you may place up to 2 Vimon from your trash as one of your Digimon's bottom sources. Inheritable, all turns once per turn. When any Vimon are returned to the bottom of the deck from this Digimon sources, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less.
The Inheritable's kind of unfortunate. I thought I was hoping it'd be a little bit better. It's a regular effect, though. It's pretty good. I'll give it like a 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say this is bang average for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taimon has blocker. Your turn once per turn when Digimon gets linked, de-evo one of your opponent's Digimon, and when it is linked, it gives plus 3k and the same effect.
This is the one I was thinking of. I thought this was what the level 3 had, but of course it makes more sense it'd be the level 4. This is pretty good. It's a 3 because you can just keep, like, if you just keep this on the board, like every turn you're just like link, de-evo, link, de-evo, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Pretty good. I'll give it a 3.
Destromon, when Digivolving until your opponent's turn ends, their effects can't trash this Digimon's stacked cards. Then to one of your opponent's Digimon, de-evo 1 for every 2 Vimon in the Digimon sources. All turns when the Digimon would leave the battle area, you may play 1 Vimon from its sources without paying the cost. Inheritable, opponent's turn once per turn. When one of your opponent's Digimon attacks by returning 2 Vimon from the Digimon sources at the bottom of the deck in that attack.
So,
I think it's like
correct me if I'm wrong, but because of his when Digivolving, you cannot trash sources, nor can you de-evo.
I think that is what that means.
Yeah, it's a 4.
It's the first time we've seen a card that protects from Source Strip and de-evo at the same time.
And it protects from the Superior Mode Cross 7's effect already in the same set.
Yeah. That's funny.
There's probably a 4 for the deck. This seems really...
Yeah, most of the time you're going to have a bunch of these Venmons underneath it by the time you get here.
Yeah.
So you're de-evoing by like three stages.
Yeah.
So.
Seems pretty strong. Metal Greymon, on play / when evolving to one of your opponent's Digimon, de-evo 1 for every 2 of your Tamer's colors. Your turn once per turn. When your other Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains Alliance for the turn, then one of your Digimon may attack. Inheritable, Alliance.
This card's really good. I don't know if it sees play in my adventure list because of how I'm building mine, but if you're playing the normal adventure list, this card is so good. Just
it's because he's a Greymon card, isn't it?
No, just on the spot de-evo is so good.
You're not playing him because he's a Greymon card.
No, it's just my level 5 space is really tight.
And what are they? What are your level 5s? Bet you they're Garurumons.
One of them is
Zudo, Angelomon, and Wiragaru.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought you can fit a Greymon in there.
I do.
Then we have Galacticmon. When evolving by placing 4 cards with Vimon and their text from your trash as its Digimon's bottom sources, you may use 1 Ragnarok cannon from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Starting your main phase, delete one of your opponent's Digimon. All turns with Digimon will leave the battle area by returning 4 Vimon from its sources to the bottom of the deck it doesn't leave.
Man.
Yeah, I mean it's Galactimon.
If they find a way to get this consistently out and they have the Ragnarok cannon, I'm pretty sure you just lose on the next turn. And it's gonna be hard to out this card because they have that protection.
That's a big if.
No.
It's a big if.
You let them swing at you, right? Because now it's their turn again. They don't have protection anymore. You evo into Paladin mode and just bot deck all their sources in their deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like a 4. I don't think it's a 5. It's not like game breaking because it does require you to have another card.
Okay.
But so I still think it's a 4. I think it's very solid. It's a very good card.
I accept it.
Good boss monster. Gumdramon.
On play, by trashing 1 card with save in its text or the hero trait from your hand, draw 2. On deletion, save, and then inheritable your turn. This Digimon gets 2k.
I mean, I think that's pretty good for the archetype. I mean, just being able to draw 2 is very nice. It replaces the cards you lose in hand for investment.
Right.
Yeah, I hate it.
Okay.
Gilmon. On play, by trashing 1 card with Gilmon, Groundmon, Gallantmon, or Megidramon in its name or the hero trait from your hand, draw 2. Inheritable on deletion, gain 1 memory.
Oh, this isn't heavy metal support?
No, what?
Whack. That deck needs it.
This is Megidramon
This
support.
is Megidra.
Yeah. This is probably 3. This is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
he's
good
cute
for a Megidra deck.
You know? Nah. I almost want to play this in my Gallant X deck, but I still think the EX2 Gilmon's probably better. But just raw drawing 2 cards probably better than searching, since you whip.
Yeah, this card's gonna be real good in pre-release because you can just drop it to draw 2. Because you can trash a hero trait.
Literally everything this set has hero probably.
Pre-release is just gonna be whoever builds the best hero deck.
Yeah. Ghostmon. Your turn with Digimon would digivolve into a card with the Ghost trait, reduce the evo cost by 1, inheritable on deletion, gain 1 memory. I'd say this is...
They should do this. Go ahead.
This is a strong 3, maybe 3.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say they should do this more often where they just have like... Because this doesn't go with anything else in the set. This is just randomly a level 3 Necromon card or Ghost card. Just do this more often where you just... New sets just sprinkle in a little bit of support for certain decks, like because they obviously need another level 3.
They do, and both of those effects are amazing for the deck. Having played it,
yeah, exactly.
Good job, Bandai. Arrestor Dramon. On play, when digivolving, you may play 1 Tamer card with the Hunter or Hero trait from your hand without paying the cost. On deletion, you may place 1 Digimon card with save in its text or the Hero trait from your hand or trash under any of your Tamers, then save. Inheritable your turn, Digimon gets 2,000 DP.
Seems okay.
Yeah.
I've never played Hunters, so I'm not entirely sure.
I also don't know.
Probably give it like a 3.
Jury's out. Garurumon. Security at the end of the battle. Play this card without paying the cost. On play, when Digivolve, you may return 1 Digimon card with the Adventure trait from your trash to the hand. Inheritable, when attacking once per turn, draw 1 and trash 1 card in your hand. I think this is probably a 3.5.
God. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm tired of them giving this card.
I don't think my deck has room for this. Because I think the level 4 slot is the most competitive slot in that deck.
Yeah.
Because you need to be able to play your Tamers for free. So you need to play Tamers for free cards. And then you want to be able to play cards that also say, like, hey, Evo for free. So those slots are also very heavily taken up. There you go. And then after that, like, you have some leeway after you're done with those. And I think Greymon takes that slot. But, I mean, this is just generically a very good card. Like, you could even just play this in regular Garu. Because he Evos on top of any Gabu. So, I mean, you can't really use his Wind Digivolving effect much, but his Wind attacking is generic.
Yeah. Growlmon. On play Wind Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. If this effect didn't delete, trash the top 2 cards of your deck only. Inheritable on deletion, gain 1 memory.
They're so afraid, man.
Bad.
They are.
Yeah, bad.
Bad card, bad.
Yeah.
Why? Why is it just ours?
Well, imagine making a mill deck. Yeah. Imagine making a mill deck that only mills yourself.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Alright, I decked out. You win.
Gulas Gamamon. Security at the end of the battle. Play this card without paying the cost. On play, when Digivolving by placing 1 Digimon card with Gamamon in its name from your hand or trash as Digimon's bottom source. Delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Inheritable retail.
Yeah, this one's actually really good because it lets you generically place anything under it. For example, you can tuck one of the guys that says you get all the effects of stuff under it, which is pretty good.
Gamamon in name.
Yeah, they all have.
Kano Weissmon does not have that.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I guess you can't tuck the Kano, but...
This is okay. I'm probably a 3 for the deck. I assume. I've never built this deck before. I've never coped.
Agreed.
I do like the art. The art's really pretty.
Eating an apple.
Yeah, very angrily. Gossipmon. Security at the end of the battle. Play this card without paying the cost. On play / when Digivolving, you return one Digimon card with the Atmon trait from your trash to the hand. When linking, you give them plus 3k and then same effect. Do they have is that 3 security Digimon for Atmon that I've counted so far?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Dude, what the hell? I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Sean, I'm telling you. it's very glass cannon-y, though. They have, like, no protection.
Yeah, but if you swing at them and don't kill them and you just... They just reverse sweep you because you just swarmed their board with 5 dudes for free.
So this is like a 2 or a 3. I like the recursion, at least being able to get your pieces back when you need to, so...
Yeah. Solid purple card. Scopemon.
Purple card being purple.
On play / when Digivolving by placing 1 card with the Atmon and 3 Musketeers trait from your hand or trash as one of your Digimon's bottom source. Gain 1 memory. When linking, you give them plus 3k and then draw 2 and trash 2 cards in your hand.
That's pretty good. It's a 3.
Do you play this, Christopher?
I think you would. I mean, being able to draw 2.
Okay.
I mean, draw power is always
I'm
nice.
I'm not entirely set on what the deck looks like yet, because there's so many different random pieces everywhere. Whoa.
Arrest Digimon Spirit Mode. Raid Piercing. When Digivolving, the Digimon may attack without suspending. All turns, the Digimon gets 1,000 DP for each of its Digivolution cards. Inheritable, your turn plus 2k.
Man, they were really scared to make anything as good as the other one, huh?
Yeah, because that was really game-breaking.
Yeah.
Because there was literally no protection for that effect at that point.
Yeah, just have one thing on the board, stupid.
Yeah, that was really annoying. I think this is just worse, so 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
2.
Charismon, blocker, on play, when Digivolving, may link 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash or this Digimon's sources to this Digimon without paying the cost. Your turn once per turn when this Digimon gets linked, give one of your opponent's Digimon starting your main phase Digimon attacks until their turn ends. When you link this guy, it's plus 4k, and then all turns once per turn when this Digimon leave the battle area by trashing one of the Digimon's link cards, it doesn't leave.
I think giving taunt to a deck that doesn't have aces yet is kind of mid.
This is also its only like form of protection. Like if you don't see this card, there's it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough out there.
You're giving a deck taunt, and its only way to remove them when you swing at them is blocking. That's it's kind of bad.
Seems bad. Yeah, but this is definitely, I would say, 3.5 since it is protection.
Oh, yeah. It's only going to get better from here because the moment they give this deck an ace, it's even better.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also just play like Shadow Serafi since he's part black.
He is part black. Satellamon. On play, when Digivolving, by placing one Atmon or 3 Musketeers trait card from your hand or trash as any of your Digimon's bottom source until your opponent's turn ends. Their effects can't return that Digimon to their hands or decks or affected with D-Evo effects. When Digivolving / when attacking, once per turn by trashing one card with the Atmon or 3 Musketeers trait from your Digimon's Digivolution cards, D-Evo one of your opponent's Digimon. When you link this guy, it gives him plus 4k, and then delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, its linking effect's pretty bad. But I guess the rest of it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It is unfortunate. Digivolves for cheaper in 3 Musketeers than it does Hap.
Yeah, right. I just thought about with this whole like crashing sources and like crashing the top card thing. It's really funny how you could potentially speaking like de-evo somebody down to an option card. Like imagine de-evoing them or trashing their cards down to like a proto form.
Yeah.
All right,
It
trash
goes
you
to
go.
trash.
That's so funny.
It happens.
Anyway, yeah.
Skull Greymon. On play / when Digivolving, one of your Digimon gains Raid and Retail until your opponent's turn ends. On deletion, you may play one Adventure Trait card with a play cost of 4 or less from your trash without paying the cost. Inheritable, same thing.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I don't know if this sees like the cut. Being able to play anything generically from the deck that's 4 costs or lower from the trash is actually really good because that counts Tamers and Digimon.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're basically trying to use him as removal, but that removal forces you to swing, meaning now you're susceptible to removal.
Yeah.
I think that's the worst part of it.
I agree. I think this is like a 2.
I don't think it sees play.
Yeah, I agree. War Growlmon. On play / when Digivolving, trash the top 2 cards of your deck. Then the Digimon gains Raid and Retail until your opponent's turn ends. When attacking once per turn, the Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Megidramon or Chaos Gallantmon in its name in the hand. For every 10 total cards in both players' trashes, reduce this effect's Digivolution cost by 1.
Whatever. The Growlmon doesn't make you mill your opponent's deck.
Inheritable on deletion, trash your opponent's top security card.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
done with.
This is a 3. I don't know.
I'm done with this line.
I mean, you knew this. You knew this already.
I know, but it upset me rereading it.
Yeah. I forgot that there were this many adventure cards in BT21. I thought they were all in the starter decks besides like Tai. Regulusmon. On play / when Digivolving, by trashing one card with Gamemon in its section from your hand, give one of your opponent's Digimon collision and start every remaining phase Digimon attacks until their turn ends. On deletion, you may play one Canna Weissmon or one level 4 or low Digimon card with Gamemon in its text from your trash without paying the cost. Inheritable. On deletion, you may play one level 4 or lower Digimon card with Gamemon in its text from your trash without paying the cost.
I mean, now we can talk about how this is a deck that already has an ace, and so giving taunt actually is kind of cool.
Yeah, they got an ace in the Elm set, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that ace is actually particularly great, but you have it.
It's a DP based deletion, and you get extra 1,000 DP for each color.
Oh, okay. That's not awful.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never played that deck.
Sounds mid.
I get it.
Yeah. Where Garurumon. On play / when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. If your Tamers have 2 or more total colors, add 1 to this effect's level maximum. Your turn once per turn. When your other Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains Alliance for the turn, then one of your Digimon may attack Inheritable Alliance.
Yeah, this is pretty good. It's pretty middle of the line removal. 4 colors, which is pretty easy for this deck, means you can pop a level 6. If you somehow manage to get to 6 colors, because, I mean, technically that is possible with this deck, you could even pop a level 7. Other than that, he has that same generic effect of Alliance, which is very good. I'm honestly just playing this for the name.
I hate to burst your bubble, but that's not how he works. They hard cap this at level 5.
Add 1.
Yeah.
Well. Not as good then.
It is not.
But I have to play it because the name.
Use a Garurumon card.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of the Melga, because I'm pretty sure the Melga has the effect that's uncapped.
Yeah, you are correct.
Yeah, this seems pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Especially when you play for free off their delay options. Stupid.
Yeah, I call dibs on pre-release.
That's fine. Well, you have to fight Ben over him.
Nuh-uh. Because I call dibs.
Okay.
If you guys pull it and Ben ends up with it, I'll kill you.
Okay. I mean, he hasn't called dibs on them, so...
I'll take the risk.
Digimon, security attack +1. End of attack once per turn. Delete all Digimon. On deletion, you may play 1 play cost 3 or lower Digimon card with Gilmon or Growlmon in its name from your trash without paying the cost. For every 10 total cards in both players' trashes, add 2 to this effect's play cost maximum.
Who cares? This is milk cards. I'm done.
It's one. It's pretty sad that this also can't play a Gallantmon like the original Megidramon can.
That's what I'm saying. Everything about this card is worse than old Megidramons.
Yeah, it blows itself up and everything else. It's a Black Rose Dragon.
Imagine playing this against Bloomlord or something like that.
I think.
All right, my attack is over. Okay, blow your whole board up.
The issue is it's an end of attack effect, so like if they ace you, you're just like, oh, yeah. I guess we're not getting there.
I mean, I guess I don't die.
If this only had progress.
Dude, if this had progress, that would have been disgusting.
Yeah, an uninteractable board wipe?
Yeah.
What?
That'd be pretty sick. That would actually make this kind of hype, but as it stands, that card kind of sucks.
Yeah, no, it's kind of bad.
Yeah. Hero. Start of your main phase, your opponent has Digimon gain 1 memory. Your turn when effects place Digivolution cards under any of your Digimon with Gammon in their text or hero trait by suspending this tamer and draw 1 and gain 1 memory.
Okay. Again, don't play the deck, so I can't really say.
I don't either. I do remember that it upsets me that almost all of the supers in this set are the stupid tamers.
Yeah, I also don't like how he's a 4-cost tamer that's not a memory setter.
Yep.
Like, that you can potentially gain... Well, yeah, you could potentially gain 2 memory, but I don't know. I feel like I'd be okay foregoing that first part if it was just a memory setter.
Yeah. Owen Dreadnought. Start of your main phase, your opponent has Digimon gain 1 memory. End of your turn by suspending this tamer, one of your Digimon with the Reptile or Dragonkin trait gains piercing for the turn, then that Digimon attacks.
I love it.
Yeah, pretty good.
Very good card.
You can just play this in Greymon Tribal.
Yep.
Yeah, this is probably a 3.5, I would say.
It's about a 3. 4 for the name.
Okay, whatever.
It's Dreadnought, Sean. Dreadnought.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Great name.
You lowered the rating.
No, I bumped it up. I said a 4.
Did you? I heard 3.
No, a 3 for the card effect, because I don't do 0.5s like you weirdos. And then it's 4 for the name.
Part. Okay, I didn't hear the 4 part, so I heard it's a 3 for the name, and I was like, okay.
No. A whole extra point.
Yeah. Takuya Kambara. Start of your main phase, one of your Digimon or Tamers may evolve into a Digimon card with the hybrid or hero trait in the hand. For each of your red Tamers with different names, reduce this effect's Digivolution cost by 1. Inheritable your turn once per turn. When your opponent's security stack is removed from, you may play 1 red Tamer card from your hand without paying the cost. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Especially because we have a certain dual tamer that has 2 names, so you can evo for free, and then you can go and play more of them for free. Real good. I don't know where I'm finding the room for this, but I'm gonna try to find the room for this.
Yeah, that seems really good. Taiki Kudo.
All dibs.
Done, dude. I don't want any of those cards. Starting your main phase by placing 1 Digimon card with the Crossfire Blue Flare hero trait from your hand under this tamer. Draw 1 and gain 1. Your turn when your Digimon are played or Digivolve. If any of them have the Crossheart or hero trait by suspending this tamer, one of them may attack.
Cool.
Christopher, do you play this?
Yeah, you play some number of it.
Yeah, okay.
He hit you with the legal.
It's like what it's like the only one. It's like the only. I literally think it's the only cross art card in this entire set that I would play in my deck. Yeah.
Haru Shinkai. Start of your turn. If you have 2 or less memories, set it to 3. Your turn. When your Digimon get linked by suspending this tamer, draw 1. Then one of your Digimon may app fuse into a Digimon card in the hand.
Call dibs.
Okay. Sure.
That seems really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good for the deck, yeah.
Does it... Okay, so you can pass... This is effectively end-of-turn DNA, basically, for this deck, right? Is that how I'm understanding it? You pay memory to link, and then you trigger this to then app fuse those 2 cards into a... Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
So you need to see this tamer in order to be able to pop off, like, efficiently on your opponent, right?
And it do be
efficiently, yeah. It's not entirely necessary, but yes, it is. It makes the deck much better.
Okay, so I'll give it a 3.5. That seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Why is Vmon so damn close to the camera in this alt art?
Because he needs his his New York Brooklyn accent, Sean. He's trying to talk to you.
I like decks that have Vmon in it in spite of his existence in season 2.
But Davis,
in my headcanon, it's a different Vmon that doesn't sound like an idiot. That's the Vmons I play.
So what your ideal Vmon, right, is he still has the Brooklyn accent. He just talks normally, like he just has normal conversations.
No, he can't have a Brooklyn accent.
Dude, you know who should have actually voiced him? What's the name of that actor who plays in It's Always Sunny?
There's several actors that are in that show. Danny DeVito.
Danny. Imagine Danny DeVito voicing Vmon.
I would have preferred that over whoever voiced him.
Oh God. Okay. Go ahead, Sean. Read this.
Start your main phase. Your opponent's Digimon gain 1 memory. Main by suspending this tamer and trashing the top stack card of one of your armor form trait Digimon. Draw 1 and gain 1.
Pretty good for the armor form.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Just that version. Literally just that version.
Just that version, yeah. Just armor rush.
Yeah.
I give it a 3, I guess. Alright, dibs on these.
Shit! I was gonna wait till you read the effects. Damn it.
Gotcha. Marcus Damon. Start your main phase. Your opponent's Digimon gain 1 memory. On play, one of your Marcus Damon may suspend. All turns, once per turn, when this tamer suspends, one of your Digimon gains piercing and plus 3000 DP for the turn. Then one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn.
So you're saying that you like this and you're testing so far?
I think this is better than the memory setter, which is currently the only other playable Marcus.
Are you playing both, or are you playing...
I think... Hold on, I just updated my rough draft.
Because if I remember, in the original Shine Greymon list, weren't you playing other Yellow Tamers that weren't Marcuses?
Yeah, before we got BT13 Marcus, yeah. It was BT12 Marcus and then like BT1 TK and stuff.
Right, okay.
In my second draft, I am no longer playing BT13 Marcus. It's just this one in BT12.
Dang, you cut it all together.
Yeah, I think this is just better. This lets you suspend your BT12 Marcus.
Any Marcus, yeah.
I promote Geo, play this guy, Evo that Geo into Rise from its own effect. I can trigger Rise to maybe make another guy attack if I want. And then trigger this guy's effect on the stack and then suspend and continue warping. Like, you can like warp all the way up if you have enough tamers set up.
Okay. I'll take your word for it because I haven't played it yet, so... Yeah. I call second dibs. If we somehow manage to pull more than 4...
I do like that the regular art still doesn't look bad.
No, I think all of these arts, like both regular art and alternate arts, look very cool.
Yeah.
I have been very outspoken that I love, like, white arts.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean? You're lucky this is in February.
Wow, you're right. But kind of like the original BT11 Arena, I preferred the normal art versus the alt art. So yeah, I'm happy with any of these. Like, if I get either Takuya, I'm happy. and we'll get to the other one later. Premature Dibs calling on the next, not the next tamer, but the final.
I was like, you're building
tamer in the set.
Zenith. Start of your turn, if you have 2 or less memories, set it to 3. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Among them, play 1 Venmon without paying the cost, or add 1 card with Venmon in its text to the hand, trash the rest. Chris?
I guess it's good for the deck. I mean, you're going to play it, obviously.
Okay.
So this is the one you're calling dibs on, Bryn?
Calling dibs on the Hunter Tamer?
The final tamer in the set.
The Tai Kamiya?
Correct.
Whatever. Tagiru. Start of main phase by placing 1 Digimon card with save in its text or the hero trait from your hand under this tamer. Draw 1 and gain 1. Your turn, when any of your Digimon will digivolve into a Digimon card with save in its text or the hero trait by suspending this tamer and placing 1 card from under your tamers as any of their bottom sourced, reduce the Evo cost by 1. This seems like it's going to be really good in assuming heroes in actual deck and hunters.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So I'm going to give this a 4.
Oh, okay.
This just seems really strong. This is what you call dibs on.
Yeah.
No.
Takato Matsuki. Start of a main phase, your opponent has Digimon, gain 1 memory. The only thing that I don't like about this Marcus that just reminded me of it is it's a 4 cost. Start of main phase, gain 1. Like, I want this to be a 3. It should have been a 3 cost. They're scared.
The thing is, too, it's
that's what I thought. I thought you would like the memory setting portion of the other tamer, but
also, like,
I guess if you can wombo combo using it is much better.
Yeah, that, and you can potentially go above 3.
Yeah. Also, but you're also going to be, clearing your opponent's board every single turn, hopefully with negative 10k ruin mode. So once you do pop off, you're no longer going to have that memory.
That's fine. It's worth it.
Just saying.
All turns, when any of your Digimon are played or digivolved by suspending this tamer until your opponent's turn ends, 1 of your Digimon with Gilmon, Growlmon, or Gallantmon, or Megijimon in its name or the hero trait game blocker. And if there are 10 or more total cards in both players' trashes, gets 2,000 DP. This card is awful.
Yeah, what is the point of playing this card if your Megijimon blows up the whole board?
This is a 1.
Oh, yeah, this card's trash. I like the art, though. I like the bread.
The strongest of brothers. While you have a tamer, or a Digimon or tamer with Gamamon in its text on the field, so that includes your raising area, by the way. You can ignore this card's color requirements. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Gamamon in its text among them to the hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck, then place this card in the battle area. All turns, when it affects, place Digivolution cards under your Digimon. Delay, 1 of your Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with Gamamon in its text in the hand without paying the cost. Security, you may play 1 card with Gamamon in its text, any play cost of 4 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost, and place this card in the battle area.
It's pretty good. It's good for that deck, right? Like, you automatically play 4 of this, obviously. Like, I
would assume you would, because it's never going to be dead for you.
Yeah, it's always live.
So I guess very good card.
A 3.5 or 4.
I think if any other deck got something like this, it would be awesome. It's just unfortunate it's this deck.
Yeah, that is true.
It's held back by its deck. It's a very good card.
Yeah.
Spirit Evolution. While you have a tamer with inherited effects, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Main, by trashing 1 card with the hybrid trait from your hand, draw 2, then place this card in the battle area. All turns, when any of your tamers with inherited effects are played, delay. 1 of your tamers may digivolve into a Digimon card with the hybrid trait in the hand without paying the cost. Security, you may play 1 tamer card with inherited effects from your hand or trash without paying the cost and add this card to the hand. Brandon, do you play this?
This card's absolutely busted. This card is absolutely disgusting. So, you need to realize.
I mean, it looks okay.
We are now.
It doesn't look like there's any throw up or anything on it.
No, but like the fact this thing lets you evo into any hybrid period, you could theoretically actually finally start playing the 3-color Emperor Greymon, because now instead of paying 5, you pay free. Because as long as you have a Takuya with 5 sources, he evos on top of Takuya with 5 sources.
Huh.
So, theoretically speaking, you can use him now. But, that aside, the draw 2, very nice. And then, of course, the delay, being able to be a free evo, is also extremely nice. But now you can actually play the Emperor with 3 colors.
You can Emperor Ace them on their turn.
You can Emperor Ace them during their turn, yes. Because of how the effect works. If you
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah. If you play one out of security, boom, you're getting hit. Oh, you popped my stack. I'm playing a tamer. Boom, you just got hit. Like, it's actually disgusting.
So this is a 4, I would assume.
Oh yeah. I also no pre-release stamp on this, but
why did it have draw 2?
Sag.
Because it just replaces itself in the card you track.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, this card's disgusting. I think this replaces the Flame Mon that has
discard draw
the
2.
same effect. Yeah. And I would probably cut 1 or 2 more cards to try to play 3 to 4 of this.
Makes sense. Can't turn my back. While you have a Digimon with Cross Art trait, you can ignore this card's color requirements. This does not include the raising area. Main, place all Digimon cards in one of your Cross Art trait Digimon's Digivolution cards under one of your tamers. Then you may play one Digimon card with Cross Art trait from your hand with the play cost reduced by 1 for each card this effect placed. Security, you may play one Cross Art trait card with a play cost of 5 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost.
Okay.
I mean, you can play this.
Just say it's bad, Chris.
to do the Xiaomon EX6 combo again with the Alliance and stuff like that, because then that's how you can finish games with like the tamer.
Just say
it's okay. I'm sure I'll fit some number of this in there. It's just not a delay option card like a lot of these other ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like it would have been. Yeah, it would have just been better if it was like something you could trigger later on as well, instead of having to be that turn.
It's the only one without it, right?
It's almost the only one, yeah.
Wow. Crazy.
Almost.
A Raging Serpentine, or Serpentine, however you want to say that. It's an 8 cost option. When this card would be used, if your opponent has 3 or fewer security cards, reduce the cost by 4. Main, delete one of your opponent's highest DP Digimon, then place this card in the battle area. All turns, when your opponent's security stack is removed from delay, one of your Reptile or Dragonkin trait Digimon may digivolve into a Reptile or Dragonkin trait Digimon card in the hand without paying the cost. Security effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP.
And there it is. Everything you said. Hey, not bad, not bad, not bad. Oh.
Doesn't play it to
security effect is what really brings it down. Really brings it down.
Yeah, but I mean,
because it's potentially
a hopes of it being in security.
No, but still, like, it would be nice because it's effective. It could be a 4 cost. Hey, I'm just blowing up your biggest Digimon. That's good.
This right here,
but it's
this card right here by itself outs Gallant X. Thoughts?
So does any other removal option.
Okay. Anyways,
I think this is
I just wish it
a 3 to me.
Yeah, I just wish it played it out. You know,
it is kind of depressing that it doesn't also just go to the battle area. I guess they're afraid of making it too good.
I think if they wanted to do something like that, I think it should add to hand.
Oh my god! I just realized. Okay, it is that the can't turn my back is also very bad because its security effect doesn't add to hand. I forgot.
Yeah.
When you read that off, I forgot to mention
Evolution
that.
does.
Yeah, Spirit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
This one just goes in the battle area to do the delay effect,
which is also good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Armor Digivolution. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Davis Motomi in its name and 1 card with the free trade among them to the hand. Trash the rest and place this card in the battle area. All turns, when the top stack card of any of your Armor Form trait Digimon is trashed, delay. One of your Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with the Armor Form trait in the hand without paying the cost. Security, activate this card's main effects.
Pretty good.
That's alright. It's pretty good. I mean, being able to search for your Davises is really strong.
I mean, on top of that, like, if you Armor Purge, boom, you're in there.
Yep. You get in there for free. No, actually for +1 if you have the tamer.
Yep.
Yeah.
For 1 plus.
So 3.5?
Yeah, somewhere around there. I think it's pretty good.
Wind Guardians. While you have no face-up security cards, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Security, your turn. All of your Digimon with the Wind Guardian trait gain Vortex. Main, add your bottom security card to the hand, then place this card face-up as your bottom security card. The security effect, when it's checked out of security, you may play one Wind Guardian trait level 5 or lower Digimon card from here without paying the cost.
Well, that's kind of dirty, because I imagine if you have a blue-green stack, you're going to have jamming and piercing, and now with this you have Vortex, so...
Yes.
Nasty.
That is true, but you do play into aces.
You do play into aces, yes.
This seems okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I'm glad they're not going to... I just hope we start getting some more cards like this where it's just like, hey, take your security and then put this in there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, more field spells.
I hope they just keep that. Yeah, more field spell cards. I think those are pretty neat.
Yeah.
Also, like, why does Digimon look like he's having an existential crisis?
Don't skip it, Sean. This is the best card in the entire set. If you read the community.
Are people actually saying this is good?
Yeah, people love this card.
Oh my god. The Champion Ultimate Fighter. 4-cost yellow red option. Main, for the turn, one of your Marcus Damon is also treated as a 12,000 DP Digimon. Can't digivolve and gains Rush. Then that Digimon may attack your opponent's Digimon. Your opponent's unsuspended Digimon can also be attacked with this effect. Security effect, you may play one Marcus Damon from your hand or trash without paying the cost and add this card to the hand.
I don't mind its security effect. But like once because I shared this with the group and I was like, hey, this isn't bad, and then Sean pointed out your opponent has to have a Digimon. I was like, oh wait, they do. Never mind.
Yeah, otherwise you're paying for memory and probably just passing turn.
Yeah,
correct.
It just doesn't work with our strategy, Sean. This works with, I guess, their line if you're like playing the cards from this set and the Shine Greymon.
I don't even think it works then.
You don't think so?
This card,
it is very random.
It just is really bad. It requires your opponent to have a Digimon on the field. Otherwise, you're probably just passing turn. And also, even in regular variants of Shine, it's really hard to find space for anything, let alone an option card that requires a very specific scenario.
Yeah, most times you're playing like 8+ tamers, so yeah, like where are you finding the room for this?
Yeah, like you just don't have room for this. On top of it being bad because it's really situational.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's security effect. Like I said, I like its security effect at least, but its regular main important effect isn't good.
Its security effect is okay, but its security effect can be replaced if it's just another Marcus Damon. It would also just play itself to the field. This is the worst Shine card in the set by a wide margin.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know why people think that card's good. App Link. While you have a Digimon or Tamer with the Appmon trait on the field, so this includes the battle or the raising area, you can honor this card's color requirements. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Appmon or App Driver trait among to the hand. Trash the rest and place this card in the battle area. End of your turn delay, you may link 1 card from your hand with one of your Digimon without paying the cost. Security, place this card in the battle area.
So I like how they gave this one and the Gammamon decks those effects because they do play different colored like level 3s and stuff like that. So those are pretty neat. It's a very good card. I mean, it's a searcher and you get a link for free. It's what you want your delay option card to do. So it's like a 3.
Yeah, it seems
pretty good. I like it. I think it's like a 4 of in the deck. Yeah,
I would imagine it's an archetypal memory boost card.
Yep.
Ragnarok Cannon. Main.
5.
Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. Then place this card in the battle area. Chris, are you calling dibs on the pre-release?
There isn't.
No,
Shut up,
I'm not.
I wanted him to not know.
It doesn't have one, does it?
No, it's a common.
No,
it's common.
Your turn, one of your Galacticmon's attacks. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. If this effect didn't delete, trash the top cards of your opponent's security stack so that it has 1 left. Security effect, you may play 1 card with them on its text for a play cost and a play cost of 6 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost, and add this card to the hand.
It's not a 5. It's definitely a very good card, though. It's like a 4. I mean, you just kill your opponent with this and a Galacticmon, and then the next turn, they're dead. Sean, I'm telling you, if this isn't a good player's hand, and not certain people's, I mean, it's gonna be good. The first time this happens, you're gonna be like, I didn't like that.
I don't think it's ever gonna happen to me. That's why I don't think the Galacticmon deck is good. I think it's a 3.5. It seems like a really strong card. The deck's gonna be too slow.
It is a lot of setup. You're not wrong.
Yeah. If we were playing in a format that it took 10 years to kill your opponent, where they had enough time to set up a Galacticmon, I think this card would be broken. But that's not.
That's fair.
That's not where we're
That's
at.
not the world we live in.
Yeah.
We are not.
I'm sorry, this name cracks me up.
I like it too. Cross up. Man, you may place one Digimon card with saving its text from your hand or trash under any of your tamers. Then one of your Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with saving its text in the trash. Security, you may play one card with saving its text and you play cost of 5 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost and add this card to the hand.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, this is what the deck does.
Hey, cross up, buddy. Come
cross
on.
Up.
That's funny.
The Digimon I designed, while you have Takato Matsuki, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Main, draw one and trash one card in your hand, then place this card in the battle area. Your turn, when effects delete Digimon, delay one of your Digimon with Gilmon or Growlmon in its name may digivolve into a Digimon card with Growlmon, Gallantmon, or Megidramon in its name without paying the cost. Security, gain one memory, then place this card in the battle area.
Oh, I forgot about its security effect. I hate this card. Why does it gain memory? Such a random effect.
Because it's purple.
I think this card is actually really good.
This isn't awful.
Styles. Well, I was gonna say I think this is good for both styles of deck. I think even regular Gallant can play this. Like obviously all the bad Gallant X lists play Takato, but the ability to Evo into something when you pop something is pretty good because like you usually pop stuff in the deck when you're going into your big combo.
Yeah.
And now you can Evo for free. Like that's not bad.
Yeah, I just know this is gonna cost me a game. I just know because I'm gonna hit it out of freaking security, and I'm gonna lose my mind.
Still turn on you. Yeah, as I was reading this card, I was thinking about if I could put this in my Gallant X OTK deck. The answer is no, but only because it would only let me go from Wargrowl to Wargrowl X, which is only one memory anyway. Because I wouldn't want to Evo into Gallant X unless I'm in the middle of an attack.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess maybe I could X-Annie swing with Wargrowl, Evo into Wargrowl X, blow something up, and then trigger this to Evo into Gallant X, maybe. But I don't know if I'd want to, like, cut cards just to do that.
Yeah.
Seems okay, though. I agree with Brandon. You could play this in either one. I'd say it's probably 3.5.
Yeah.
Gaiamon, on the SP specifically.
Yes.
Blocker and link +1 means add 1 to this Digimon's maximum links, which is normally just 1. When Digivolving / when attacking, not once per turn, you may link one Digimon card with the Atmon trait from your hand or this Digimon's sources to one of your Digimon without paying the cost. Your turn, once per turn, when your Digimon get linked by unsuspending this Digimon, trash your opponent's top security card.
Pretty cool card.
You know what's funny?
It's like a 4. What?
Because it's a cost to unsuspend him, if he is already unsuspended, you don't trash their security card.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I just assume that's how that works, right?
Yeah.
You
have to actually be able to unsuspend him in order to trash.
Brandon, because I forgot to ask you earlier, and I can't look it up right now, can you double check and make sure App Fusion is like DNA, where they get like Rush and become like a new Digimon?
No.
Please, thank you. Dibs.
No, I've already called.
Yeah, unfortunately, Brandon declared that like at the beginning of the set.
He hasn't said it in this video. So unless he looks that up for me, then he can have his dibs back.
He did say it in this.
I literally said the final tamer in the set. I call dibs on. I don't even care
That's
about.
Not what I heard.
don't even care about rarity. I just need it. I just need them.
This 2-star is a beautiful card.
It is. I love the background. Oh my god.
It is amusing to me that from Ben's brief testing with the deck, this is his least favorite adventure tamer.
Let's see how. I mean, the others are really good, but I feel like you have to play this.
You don't have to.
You don't have to? Oh.
It costs 4 to play.
The best part about it, yeah. Well, I mean, you play it for free, hopefully.
Yeah, but once you have a couple tamers out, you ain't playing stuff for free anymore.
Yeah.
And he's the most expensive one to play and only adds 1 color to your color pool.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's the worst part, is he only adds 1 color.
Taikamiya, he is a memory setter. Your turn, when one of your Digimon attacks by suspending this tamer, draw 1. Main, once per turn, you may play 1 adventure or hero trait card with a play cost of 2 or less from your hand without paying the cost. For each of your tamer's colors, add 1 to this effect's play cost maximum, then return this tamer to the bottom of the deck. So he himself is a color, so you can play a 3 cost at minimum.
At minimum, yes. But, I mean, also, what's really cool is you can actually use this to play other tamers or other options as well with that effect.
Not options.
Because it does specify trait. Do what?
Not options. You can play tamers, though.
Really?
Options don't have play cost.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They just have costs.
Yeah, they have use costs.
Oh, yeah, so you can play other tamers and stuff like that. I mean, also, it's like a little mini draw engine. Just whenever you swing, and that deck's always swinging with like alliance and stuff, you can just draw extra cards.
Yeah, this honestly to me this seems like a 3.
Yeah.
After testing against it briefly with Ben messing around with it, I kind of agree with him. It does seem like it might potentially be the worst tamer in the deck, which is kind of funny since it's a secret rare.
Yeah. I mean, if I don't end up liking it, I mean, I've just got the starter deck ones I can use. But
anti-dibs?
I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, I still call it.
So, are we saying, after our final review, this is a very middle-of-the-road kind of set? There's no absolute 5-star standout card. There are some good cards. I don't think any particular archetype is really bad in this. Minus the cross. I don't like what the cross did. Yeah, I don't think the cross support in this is very good, but I think every other kind of deck is okay. Because even with the Wind Guardians, their level 6s are pretty good. They have very good. They'll have very good support cards when they come in. I don't know about the Hunters. I don't want to comment on it. I assume some of them are okay. I don't play Gamamon, so again, can't comment. But I think this is I think Atmon will be fun. It's a very glass cannon-y deck. Yeah, and Medusamon's gonna be awesome. Galacticmon's gonna be very strong. But there's no medieval in this.
I think
what I mean.
Set overall for me is definitely a 3 out of 5 set. It's got a lot of good value.
It's a very middle of the road.
Yeah, it's not like BT12 was when they did a very similar set where BT12 came out and suddenly there was like 4 or 5 decks in there that were actually like tier 1.
Yeah, it is overall a decent set. But yeah, like you're saying, it's just there's nothing that's like just crazy over the top. It's just a bunch of like pretty decent cards.
Right.
Yeah. Also, Sean, do not forget to go to the promos.
Yeah, the promos. Yeah.
Brian, did you look that up for me real quick?
No, I didn't.
He's not.
Why? I asked you very nicely.
He said please.
I did say please.
Let's see if I can even find those promos.
Thank you,
Brian. Yeah, they're the very bottom ones.
Oh, okay. They are.
All right. I had already had them pulled up, so.
So these promos are in the box topper pack, or one of the box topper packs. So we have War Greymon, security attack +1 and blocker, and then when evolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. All turns this Digimon gets +1000 DP for each color Digimon and Tamers have. That includes your opponent's stuff because of how this is worded. It is looking at the entire field and how many colors there are. And he himself is one color, so he's automatically 13k.
That's cool, but I mean, this isn't going to see play, right?
I think I would probably play this over the War Greymon. If you're gonna play a War Greymon in the Medusa deck, I would play this one.
Right.
That's a really good one for the Medusa deck.
Yeah. I think this is probably a 3.5. This.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not gonna be upset pulling because I like the art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also an adventure card.
Though. This Gaimon though.
Just saying, if you play this in adventure, he's gonna be like 20,000 DP.
Good lord.
Yeah. Gaimon has reboot and blocker. When Digivolving until your opponent's turn ends, one of your opponent's Digimon gains start of your main phase. This Digimon attacks. Then this Digimon may attack. All turns once per turn. When attack targets change, trash your opponent's top security card.
Again, we know we don't think it's a very good card. I mean, it's 5 memory for an okay effect.
Potentially, you can evo into it for functionally 4 memory if you use the EX4 Gaimon.
Right, but I like the art.
It does look really nice. It needs an ace or something.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it's just.
It would have been nice if this would have been like an ace. Like if this card itself was just an ace.
Well, he himself being an ace would be bad because him taunting wouldn't do anything. You need a level 7 ace.
Oh, that's true.
Or like a Gaimon Ido mode or whatever it's called, ace that could go on top of this.
Right.
Which maybe we're gonna get, but until we do, he's kind of middling.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have found what App Fusion is.
Okay.
Yay.
So I had to find the Q&A. All right. So, what does App Fusion do?
Please don't read the entire thing and just tell us if they have rush or not, Brandon.
It doesn't say.
Okay, then don't read it.
Okay.
I don't want to hear the rest of it.
Read it, Brandon.
No, I'm not. You don't care. I just spent all my time trying to find it.
All right, fine, read it.
No, I want you to read it.
All right, read it.
Because it says nothing about it being like DNA. The way this works, I don't think it works that way. And you can probably tell me by reading this. So, App Fusion is a rule where you can reveal a card with the App Fusion. Then, according to the App Fusion requirements, place a specified linked card from one specified Digimon in the battle area on top of that Digimon and Digivolve into it by paying the specified cost.
Yeah.
Which is 0.
So the example is App Fusion is possible with the following combination. Globemon with Charismamon linked and Charismamon linked with Globemon. Or, vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot be used with things like trainings. So that's literally all they say about it.
So maybe they don't gain rush then, Sean.
That would be good. I think that's one of the most busted parts about DNAing is the fact that you gain rush.
Okay. So I guess it's just a way to go into those levels like for free.
Cheaper, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it.
You're a dick.
Oh. Okay.
Doryu Goramon, collision and security attack +1. When Digivolving this Digimon gets 3,000 DP until your opponent's turn ends. Then, if Kosuke is in this Digimon sources, all of your Digimon with the SOC trait unsuspend. He doesn't have piercing. I imagine you get piercing in this archetype somehow. Is that inheritable?
Probably.
I can't remember.
Does the Tamer do it?
I mean, I think the Tamer. Yeah, I was gonna say I think the Tamer does it.
This is pretty good for that deck, I would assume, right?
I have no idea. I've never played that deck or put it together.
I would assume it's okay. I mean, collision and security attack +1. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a Mabes. Okay. I do have a Kosuke. They do gain piercing and blocker. Okay, so he has collision piercing if you have a Kosuke in him.
Yeah.
So he seems like
I'd assume this is pretty good for it.
Yeah, I would imagine. Then we have another 3-color Emperor Greymon blocker. When Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. All turns, the Digimon gets plus 1000 DP for each color in its Digivolution cards. End of your turn, once per turn, the Digimon unsuspends.
This card's bad, right? Compared to the other one?
With the new option...
Because of what Brandon was saying earlier.
Yeah, it's possible you can ace without actually having an ace. Because you
you can't do that. You can't do that with the other one?
The other one...
It has to be this one?
It's not as good, I think.
The other one doesn't actually warp on a Takuya. You're able to use warp Takuya. Whereas this one and the other one can warp on Takuya because of their own effect.
Yeah.
Right, because they're... Okay. So that other 3-1 does... Okay, gotcha. I didn't know it didn't have that part.
So if I have 5 sources under a Takuya and that option card out, and a Tamer gets played, whether by deleting my stuff or by security, you can get aced.
Gotcha.
So this one's... I don't know if this one's as good as in this specific, very hyper-specific scenario. I don't know if this one is as good as the other 3-color, because I believe the other 3-color, like, suspends stuff, strips sources, and I think it does one other thing. But this one is just straight removal. And, of course, he can double swing, because you can end of turn unsuspend and then end of turn swing.
This artwork is beautiful, by the way.
Agreed. Oh, I love how he has all the hybrids around him. That's so cool.
Yeah.
All of these arts have been really cool so far.
Yeah. Gallantmon. When this card would be played, if there's Digimon with 13,000 DP or more, reduce the play cost by 2 for every 5 total cards in both players' trashes. Has Rush and Blocker. On play, when Digivolving, mandatory effect, delete one Digimon with 13,000 DP or more. If this effect didn't delete, recover +1. This is really bad.
I mean, I guess you wouldn't even play this in Royal Knights, would you?
Probably not. I mean, I guess maybe, but like, if you have something else on the field that's 13k or more, you would blow that up if your opponent doesn't have.
Yeah, you blow up your own Digimon.
And like, you can't play this in pure Gallant because if you ever give yourself DP and then Evo into this guy, he blows himself up. So I don't know why they didn't make this delete one other Digimon. It would have made him like so much better. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not a you may. It's just delete one Digimon. That's awesome.
I don't know what they were smoking.
Better not have any DP bonuses. Stupid.
Yeah. And then we have Mastamon. Obviously, it's a DNA. When Digivolving, recover +1. Then, if DNA Digivolving by placing one other Digimon or Tamer as the top or bottom security card, trash your opponent's top security card. When Digivolving / when attacking, once per turn by trashing your top security card, you may play one purple or yellow Digimon card with 6,000 DP or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost.
I mean, Sean, does Angelmon see you doing that? No, right? Because it's not on the field yet?
You can't play her. She has 7,000 DP.
Oh, she does have 7,000. Okay. I mean, still pretty good effect with Angelmon Ace on the board already, right?
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Seems cool. I don't know if it'll push the deck over to where like it wants to be, but it seems like a cool card, and its artwork is really nice.
It do be an angel, so Sean, say the thing.
Yeah, you can play this in Angels.
There you go. Take the shot, guys.
I am unsure if you do, but I do like the card. The card definitely has some playability.
Yeah.
I like that all of the effects are optional, since they have a cost to them.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the Masty Ace, the stuff you can do with that in the Angel deck, except for it's not an Ace. Like, you can just hard Evo into this.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not an Ace. That's the only part that I'm like I'm not. Would you rather play this over like Cherubimon?
Hell no.
Or Sarah? Well, yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Or like, would you rather play it over Shadow Seraphimon?
Probably not. You kind of need D-Evo in certain matchups.
Right. So I'm like, where would this go in? Like, I get what you're saying. Like, you can, but like, you're not gonna cut what you're already playing for this.
I mean, I could cut my Chaos Mons.
I guess, but do you really want to play that many level 6s?
I've done it before.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
But
fair.
a deck that spams out level 4s and 6s, yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah. So you Evo into this, you can just hard Evo into her, and you can play out Magna Angemon, and then Magna Angemon can spit out a Dom Angelomon.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, like, I think if you were to play her, you would have to rebuild the deck from the ground. I don't think I could just alter
with her
list.
in mind.
Yeah, I don't think I could just alter my list that I currently have for her. I think I'd have to just redesign the entire deck. But I do think she is really good and has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Agreed.
Yeah, I dibs.
Okay.
Dibs.
Ah, okay. Dibs on the
Brandon's gonna need one. Brandon's gonna need one. He's got to bring that home to the wife.
Nah, she's got to come if she wants one.
Right. Yeah,
that's
also
true. She actually have to show up and play.
Yeah.
Dibs on Wargrey as well. I might need that for adventure.
Okay, dibs on Emperor Greymon.
No, I already called dibs. You can't do that.
Anti-dibs on Gallantmon. I don't want these.
Oh yeah, I'll be giving those out.
Hey, just remember, guys, if you pull the Doru, Caleb's right there. You know, just.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be like, Caleb, you want this, right?
That art is cool though for the Gallant. Just too bad the card's bad.
Yeah, all of these artworks, they did a great job.
I just hope they're textured.
Yeah.
If they're not, I'm gonna fight someone.
Oh.
They better.
Where's Will at when I need him?
I assume that they will be textured. If they're not, I will be supremely disappointed.
I'm going
to against humanity.
I'm going to go to the English official page and go to their card reveal section and see if they have shown
like the IRL, the IRL card. They probably have.
I know they sometimes do that, but I don't think we've got.
So what we got left? Comment questions?
Yes.
See. No, they haven't done any IRL photos comparisons yet.
Wow, what a bunch of b-holes, dog.
It'll probably be later in the week, right before set release. That's usually when they start doing that, but they usually do it for like the SPs and stuff. I don't think they do it for the promos.
I guess that's
We'll just have to wait. I mean, hey, it's Friday, you know, just a couple days away at this point.
Today's Saturday, Brandon.
That's what I'm saying, like, we only have to wait until Friday.
Alright, comment questions. Blown away by boredom 13. I love how y'all kept interrupting Sean to talk about trains.
Always.
Love trains.
Autists.
All kinds of trains.
JC Empty 1010. Thank you for being a channel member. Hope you boys had a good regulation battle. I took first with Excel mixed with Kari and Revelation of Light. It was a blast and I got my special Edamon. Time for a playset. Love the pod and all the content. Thank you.
Didn't even do
We haven't even got to do regulation battles.
There's maybe we'll be able to do it. But so far it's not looking great for us.
I don't think anybody in our community but like us has the potential of doing this. Because we have the bulk from the entire game.
We have the bulk to be able to do it.
I don't think anybody else wants to buy singles for a one-time event just to do that.
Yeah, like it would be us, Josh and Ben, and then like
Robbie might be able to.
Maybe Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb.
Caleb started around BT4 and he buys like I think about a box of set at least. I don't know how long Robbie's been playing. I'm not sure if he would have the old bulk.
I just figure when I look at Bulkmon cards, I just imagine them all as they're just all commons and uncommons to me.
That's fair. He could probably just play Bulkmon. I would imagine it's probably pretty feasible. Yeah. Also, our stores have, to my knowledge, haven't even gotten the prize support for that.
As far as I know, they haven't.
Yeah. Hopefully they do. I would like to win locals and get some special eddies.
I mean, even at that point, like even if we don't do the regulation battle, we could just do a normal tournament with those up on the line.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Like Bandai's not going to show up and like, you know, CIA, FBI us. FBI, open up.
Yeah.
Confiscate all our Edamons.
I'll take Sword Credit and a foiled texture Edamon. Sir Snails 3925. I'm happy I traded my Gallon X for Medieval when it was at $40 a while back. I'm sure everyone is.
Same.
Made out.
Same. Let's go.
By the way, if you guys haven't noticed, as of this morning, Medieval Gallants, the regular arts are $100 on TCG Player for the lowest verified.
Thanks, Trump.
Thanks, tariffs.
Thanks, tariffs.
Jim the Kid. Honestly, I think the Switch 2 is a ripoff. It won't perform as well as they're saying it will. It'll have the same issues the Switch 1 had, where a lot of games will perform and look trash AF.
There needs to be a hyphen in there that says all the Pokemon games will look like trash and perform like trash.
Hey, according to Doug Bowser, we're paying for how good these games are, so Pokemon better only be $30. Just saying.
It'll be 80 and you'll pay 80. You know you will.
It better be 30 if we're paying for how much worth these Pokemon games are.
Yeah. Listen, people who are just grifting to grift because they don't like the Switch 2, I get it. Like, I see your opinion is you think it's a ripoff. That's fine. Just don't get it. I just see a lot of people out there who are like, yo, did you know you have to pay $90 for every single game? And it's like, did you read? Or did you just see a headline and that's now your opinion? It's a lot of that going around.
That's my opinion. I saw a headline.
Damn. You're the worst.
I have no intention of buying a Switch 2 in the future. In the near future, I should say. Maybe in a couple of years, but I'm not going to buy one.
Oh, also, I don't think you guys probably care too much, but there was an update on the tariff situation. Apparently, computer and like phone-based products are not getting tariffed. So any chips and stuff like that, like cell phones, will switch to.
Do those fall under it? Is it just electronics?
Yeah, it's just electronics.
Okay, so video games. That's
so it won't be $450.
It'll probably
we still don't know. They haven't said anything officially. The Nintendo, that is.
Because I will fly to Japan and get one for $350 and then come back.
Honestly, that's pretty cool. They're not region locked, so. I mean, you could go there and do a bunch of Japan stuff, like go see the giant Gundam statue.
Check out the Lady Boys.
That's like one of the best parts.
Is that Japan? I thought that was Taiwan.
I think it's all of them. I think it's most of
all Asian, all Asian countries.
Just got Lady Boys.
No, I mean, Chris,
go to a maid cafe.
They're all cat boys, guys. Bro. Yeah, they're all cat boys.
Benjamin Wiseman 6567. I think the War Grandma and Ace is really good for its inheritable, but I get the downside of him too. Between him, BT12 and BT17, there is some room for creativity in Gallantmon builds, and I appreciate that.
That's fair.
Yeah, imagine giving yourself Ace Overflow 3 just to have a good inheritable.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of him.
That's like my biggest ugh.
Yeah, because you don't have any issues like popping small bodies, so like his effect itself isn't really super dope. I mean, gaining memory is okay, but yeah.
It just seems redundant, and it doesn't need to fill any spot it's already got its spots filled.
Yeah. It's Malloy. I feel like you don't need to play Medieval at 4 in Royal Knights. Card is really good, but the deck is already tight, and it's not needed to win games. I did test at 4, and sometimes you'll have too many in hand where you would rather have other Royal Knight cards to further your game state. By Alpha is only good against certain matchups where the opponent OTK range is at 4 life, like against Sakuya plus Valderarm combo. I think
your opinion is your opinion, I guess.
You can't ever have too many medievals. Just play the medieval. Just keep playing it.
Yeah, I've never looked at my hand and been like, I have too many medievals in it.
There have been so many.
I mulligan my hand, opened all 4 medievals. This hand's busted and just terrible.
Listen, do us a favor, all right? Go back to the last maybe month of Sean's gameplays and take a shot every single time he says, if I had a medieval right now, if I just had medieval right here, if medieval was in my hand, and I won because I had medieval,
that's right.
It's a lie. You will get crunked.
It's a good card.
He literally said it like 3 times during this podcast alone when we were going over our locals recap, where he was like, "Oh, I lost because I didn't see Medieval."
I did in fact lose because I didn't see Medieval.
Literally lost.
Yeah.
Medieval is gonna Medieval.
Yeah.
Sean is the Medieval Glizzy Gobbler.
Yeah.
Medieval's I said what I said.
Yeah. Medieval's a good card. It's like playing Death X except for better, way better. You can be winning the game and go into it and it's still good.
Yeah.
Adaptive reasoning, rephrasing a deleted comment because I looked a fool. Why don't Royal Knights players that won a Floodgate run Pillowmon instead of Gatsumon? Because the Magnemon can evolve on it in a pinch, and the pinch would be after you pop Drazel. Unless you're running Crimson Blaze, I think Gatsumon is inferior here if you're min-maxing.
Fair. It's a good opinion.
I think I would agree.
In the mirror match, Pillows goes pretty hard, right?
Well, it's Pillow versus Gatsu.
Well, I'm saying, like, if you're doing Royal Knight versus Royal Knight, you'd rather have Pillow, right?
They both do the same thing.
Yeah. And you can proc off the Cool Boy because you're Digivolving into a Royal Knight, so...
Yeah. So, but...
Assuming you've already popped Drazel.
Yeah. The issue... I think I would agree. But the thing is like, that probably will almost never come up because in that scenario... you have popped your Drazel, played out all of your dudes, and swung out, I guess.
Yeah.
And you didn't win it?
And you didn't win the game that turn. And the next turn, or perhaps the past turn, you played a Pillowmon. And then on your next turn, you even into Magnemon. Because you're not going to do it that same turn.
That's fair. I get where he's saying, though.
You can't Omnimon at least with the Pillowmon on the field.
Right. I agree. I mean, at least you have the choice to,
Yeah, I would say, I would agree that it's probably optimal, but the odds of that coming up are probably like...
low.
They're so low that I think I would just go with whichever Digimon I liked the art more of.
Which is Pillow.
Yeah, I would prefer Pillow because I like pillows, but...
They do make me sleepy.
Elusive Marauder 4388. Sean's nips must be raw at this point from all bodies he catches at locals.
He just sits there and rubs them whenever he Medieval somebody.
You know...
Oh no, you just can't play a guy. Oh man.
I mean, they can. They have the option. He doesn't stop you from doing anything besides playing the game. Ash's Fall 9530. Sean, my win percentage with Royal Knights against Red Purple Imperial is bad. The matchup feels bad. I only run 2 of Medieval Gallantmon. There's your problem. But whenever I get him out there, it doesn't do anything because of turn player priority. He gets nuked and not worth it in the matchup. How do you play the matchup or what techs help the matchup? I run 2 Fire Rockets to try and outspeed them. The only way I win. Chris, do you have any opinion since you actually just played that matchup?
More Medievals? You just have to time when you activate your Medieval's effects. You just got to know that deck and how they play. I agree. Like, if they get to a certain point, like, Medieval's not going to stop them. But you just have to Medieval them at the right time.
Yeah, that and I think Fire Rockets are bad and they water down your deck.
I agree. I can understand why he's like, if he only has 2 Medievals, I mean, like, the Fire Rockets do help him, like, at least put out more damage faster, but so do Medievals with Alliance Vortex. Yeah. Not Vortex, but Alliance. No, yeah, like, you would just have to play more Medievals and just know when to activate their effects to pop stuff.
Yeah, you can also just have an Omni X on the field and have the option set up to protect it so they can't kill it.
Yep.
And you just block them. Because they can potentially be bigger than you, I think.
They also could have retail.
They could have retail. But yeah, it's going to be a race in that matchup, regardless of like what you're doing. You have the right idea. You do have to run them down, but I mean,
what do they do against the Mecha coming out and just warping into Omni X combo?
They fighter mode you and keep you from playing Digimon by effects.
That's right. God, I hate that card.
Yeah. And it sucks because like you can't even trigger the Cool Boy because of the way the fighter mode's worded. It floodgates you first and then tries to blow stuff up. So like even though a Cool Boy's interruptive, you still can't do it because by the time you get a chance to do it, you've
already been flooded.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to run them down, which I think cards like Fire Rocket are counterintuitive to that strategy because that requires you to have a Digimon on the field that stayed on the field or to have purged them out. So like it waters down your strategy. Because like
Crimson Ace is pretty good late game too against them once they get their trash filled up.
Yeah, Crimson Ace is good, but that requires them to not be comboing you.
Right.
Having the Jespon token that can protect your Digimon. Never mind, that doesn't work because of how Dragon mode's worded.
Paladin mode might be okay. Bottom deck all their pieces. I'm just trying to think of some because at least you're also getting rid of their sources.
I agree that might actually be not that bad, but how are you Paladin moding them? Because theoretically they're clearing your board as they attack.
Yeah.
Just all force.
All force doesn't help you.
Yeah, just play all force.
Doesn't do
play
anything.
it. Strip sources. You bounce stuff.
Yeah,
and then you Paladin mode on top of it.
You have to run them down. Know when to medieval them, because if they don't have the new Pyodramon, and you're not giving them like a whole bunch of memory to do it, they have to wait until end of turn to trigger their DNA to go into the Blitz Dragon mode into the Fighter mode combo, and that's when you have a chance to trigger the medieval.
Yeah, you just got to know when to do it.
Yeah, and you just blow up the one that doesn't have any sources. The other guy, whoever that is, you blow up that guy, and then you leave the guy that has partition and everything alone. Because if you pop that guy, they'll just go back into another level 5 and do it all over again. Yeah. So yeah, you just have to run them down.
You tell me you don't just play all force, right? You just hard play all force for your reduced cost, and then you just evo it into Paladin mode.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, you definitely don't have Drazel on the board anymore. Just do it.
Yeah.
Your opponent doesn't know what Drazel does.
It's possible.
That's fair.
That is, I would say that's probably like a 50-50 matchup. It just depends on who can run the other person down the quickest. So like, you're probably not necessarily doing anything wrong unless you just can't win. Period. But Kyle Newey 9278. I'm in limbo of what deck to play. I kind of want to play Cross Art. Still got Dino built. Should I rebuild Birds?
Decision paralysis is real.
I would choose none of those.
We cannot make that decision for you. It's whatever you have fun playing.
I would agree. Yeah, it's whatever you have the most fun playing. Because all three of those are probably in the same realm of good, which is they're good. They're just not great.
Just do what Josh does at our locals. Play Birds and just open up with the Aguni.
He's just really good at that. Just opening up the one of.
Can't believe it.
Green Hill Mario. I actually got a question this time. Been hearing people saying that the deck I've recently been playing, Zephica, is difficult or at least has a high skill floor, which is an opinion I'm not sure I agree with. I wanted to ask what Digimon decks can genuinely be considered difficult to play without respect to the metagame, e.g. not something like Royal Base is difficult because it sucks and can't win at all, and some recurring trends that make specific decks high skill floor in this game. Being a Yu-Gi-Oh player, I'm not sure if my perception on skill floors is just too warped to judge. I mean, that's
literally Perperial.
Perperial playing correctly and not cheating, I would say, yeah, that's probably a high skill floor.
You need to know what you're doing.
That deck is also a Rulings Nightmare. You have to know your rulings.
Yes.
A lot of purple decks in general, right?
I would say a lot of purple strategies.
Yeah.
Most of those.
Lilith Loop.
Any deck that has multiple branches of decision trees is going to have a high skill floor.
C.
So, like, basically any purple deck, because of how they always have access to their trash, basically, in most of their archetypes. So, like, that gives you access. Leviamon. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's umbrellaed under every purple deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, individual ones.
Anubis, when it was at full power, was like, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this. Make sure you do this. Make sure you have that. Get this, get that, and you won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angels, I think, actually, you can get carried by Angels if you run into the right matchups, but if you're playing against other people that know what they're doing, I think playing it optimally requires a lot.
I definitely felt like I got carried by the deck sometimes. Once I started to actually, like, figure it out, I'm like, okay, I can see how this is, like, very strong.
Yeah. I don't think Zephyr has a high skill floor. I think the deck just kind of sucks, and that's the problem with it.
It definitely has some, like, cool niches. Like, you can do, like, some really cool stuff with it, but I don't think any of it's, like, groundbreaking.
I've never looked at, like, the playlines and been like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
That was complicated. He attacked me at the end of his turn with Vortex.
Never before have I been touched by such mediocrity.
So the inverse of high skill floor would be like Royal Knights, Red Hybrid.
No, the inverse of high skill ceiling is like OTK decks. Like Gallant X, Garu, Red Hybrid, decks like that where it's just turn card sideways burr.
Yeah, they're functionally solitaire decks.
Solitaire decks are the lowest of low ceilings. That's why I play them, because it doesn't require a whole lot of brain power. I just go burr.
Dude. I like decks like that in longer events because it burns less brain juice over the course of like a 10-round tournament.
I just turn card sideways.
Adaptive Reasoning responded and said, Toolboxy decks like Machine Dramon can make my brain chug after several games. Decks where you can probably do anything as long as you drew the answer, and importantly recognize that you drew the answer, creative thinking decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, any deck that you have access to several different lines of play at any given time are going to be high skill floor.
Yeah. Agreed.
And some of them can be easy to play. Like, I would say Angels is probably easy to play. You can just hurt people, but difficult to master.
Easy to pilot, difficult to win consistently if you run into, like, decks that have your out.
Yeah, or your opponent just knows how to play around your stuff correctly.
Yeah.
Justin So 8231, how is the BT14 Finmaluga deck beating 4 medieval Gallantmons?
Helluger and recycling it
by saying they're one of Helluger.
Yeah.
And recycling it 4 times.
And then cutting all 4 of my medievals to the absolute bottom of my deck game 3.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. For me, win anyway. Justin 7231 again. Omni4Game is the best podcast in the world, even better than Joe Rogan. Thank you.
High praise. I don't listen to Joe Rogan, but okay. I'll take it.
DLace1895. Sean, can we get a spoiler cast segment as you finish the Cyber Sleuth games, or a segment where you talk about where you were in the game? Also, Sean and Chris, unfortunately, you're not getting your Medieval Black War because we already got it. It's Owen's War Greymon. No, we didn't. You shut the hell up. That card sucks.
That is not the same.
It's not the same. We're getting a Medieval Black War. Mark my words. I could do that. Maybe once I start playing the game, I could just talk about it.
Have you even downloaded it? Yeah, I didn't think so.
I've been busy.
Have you even re-signed up for the PlayStation? Yeah, I didn't think so.
I got decision overload because I was like, should I get a month, 3 months, or a year? I was like, what makes the most sense here? And then I just didn't want to deal with it and turn the PlayStation back on.
It's just a month. It's literally just download it for the month, because then you can download the game for free, and then that's it. That's all you need it for.
I know. I'm basically paying $10 for the game. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to like your comment because you said that we're not getting a Medieval Black War. How dare you?
I liked it.
That is all. Yeah, well, I triple dom dare you.
Oreo X1000's reply rips Medieval in half.
No. That one Larry dude. Phoenixmon is Examon, wife, and lore. I did not know that.
I didn't realize
Really?
Digimon married each other. Is that a thing?
Latitude 990. Bro just trying to spike Medieval again so he can sell out. LOL. I'm really not. I mean, I do have a couple that I am going to sell eventually, but I'm just holding them until the market dries up.
He's been peddling them on us.
He really has. Hey, you guys want some Medievals? Like, you know that meme of the guy who's like,
Yeah, what's up, his jacket?
I offered them
I
to
get some
you at a
Medievals.
very fair price, and now I'm just gonna wait. And once they hit like $125, I will list them. But I'm not trying to push the card's value. I just think the card is busted, and I know it's eventually going to just keep going up until we get a reprint next year.
Right.
Crimson 35124. Chaosmon is legitimately a strong deck with Loader Leo turning off aces and killing Magnexes as easily as Alpha or U Ace. Its main problem is that consistency search cards are really wonky in the deck. Using green boost training scrambles will bot deck half your deck and also your strongest pieces, Loader Leo, Banchaleo, while using yellow boost training scrambles cause you to brick hard. Sometimes because they are a different color than your egg. This all changes though when Chrome Memory Boost drops, searching the entire deck while having the color requirements met by the egg. And it will also be able to search Darktremon Ace, a really busted Ace, Scapegoat, De-Evo, Collision, ESS, potential to kill multiple bodies, which happens to also be Excel trait, so as an Ace it can be played absurdly cheap with a Singularity option.
I agree with him. I think the deck gets more consistent and a little bit better when those cards do finally get released.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be anything that pushes it over the top, but I think the deck gets better.
I do, no offense, Crimson, but I do hate it when we're like, hey, we're not a huge fan of this deck. And then people show up and like, yeah, but what about when we get to future support? And it's like, well, yeah, we're not there yet.
What about when we're 6 to 8 months into the future? What about then, huh?
Yeah, because when are we getting the Chrome Mem Boost? That's like...
October's the ship date, so November realistically.
Yeah, and then on top of that, when do we get Darktremon Ace? I don't even know.
We don't know. They haven't announced that. That was in Japan's last LM set that we aren't getting. So whenever Bandai decides to give it to us, yeah. Which sucks because that's a really good generic good 8. Like, it's just a level 6 black purple ace. It's just good.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is that deck might be just completely gone by then.
Yeah.
Like,
possibly,
that support is so far out.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think the deck's bad, but I know that after rewatching part of the match, I know I lost to Robbie because I just beat myself.
Yeah.
Like, I was just getting mad at myself when I was rewatching it back. I was like, what the hell was I thinking? I know what my issue was. That was my first locals match with Angels in, like, a couple of months. It's like I was just rusty.
In it.
Yeah. Like I said, the deck doesn't just play itself all the time, especially if your opponent has access to D-Evo and DP reduction.
Yeah, otherwise, like, I actually do agree with the first part of the comment where I think Chaosmon is actually, like, a good deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Excel as a deck is actually not bad.
It's not.
I mean, it's not the best thing you could be doing, but it's like, hey, you take that to locals, have fun, man.
Yeah. A J Phantom 13. This game 100% needs better reprints, especially since how small the initial printing awesome sets are. They should either allow players to purchase older set on Premium Bandai once a year, or do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Style rarity collection every 6 months with SR and higher, or after a year do special release XX booster that give you 2 of every SR and higher from that set on Premium. For example, special release booster Inferno Ascension would give you 2 of every super and secret rare of that set for like $50.
Just something.
I agree with them.
Agreed. I think I would like a rarity collection the best. But yeah, ideally, that would be how it works. Also, ideally, starting next Friday when we get this set, we go back to BT14 and previous sets where we have plenty of product.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yes.
And it's not just, we're not just getting shorted because they're trying to catch us up to Japan.
Oh, you know, I just realized the tariffs include computers. They don't include cardboard.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Maybe the Orange Man will change his mind.
Wow. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Impact Entertainment. Sup, nerds? Hope all is going well. My question is, what kind of prizing would you guys like or change for regionals, ulti cups, and locals as well? Reason I ask is I got second at the Ultimate Cup here in LA with Magna DNA. It was a Shoutmine Cross 4, the bad one we just got, which would have been the same prizing if I would have just dropped it top 16. In the end, had lots of fun with my friends and local buddies I play with. Didn't play the regionals since I wanted to try out the Gundam card game. Went to a restaurant nearby with my friends and got a mad discount because the homegirl works there. Then we went back to the convention for more. This Ultimate Cup well fed and ready to go. Thanks for the content you guys bring to the community. Thank you.
Congrats on your placing.
Yes, congrats.
I think the cards just have to be better, right?
I mean, I get what they're doing. They're going through each protagonist and they're giving them like an Ultimate Cup line, and that's cool.
This was by far the worst one.
Maybe just pick better cards.
Pick better pro tags.
Yeah, that too. Jesus. But
or
like,
do bad guys.
I'm
Who
looking
cares?
over. Yeah, I'm looking over at the Red Hybrid one, and they gave us the bad Aldemon.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us like a pretty good Flame Monoguni and Burning. Those are all playable. But if I remember correctly, it's Susano not Ace?
Yeah, it's BT7, Susan.
See, that's what I'm saying.
So
just pick better cards.
Yeah, just pick better cards. And I can't remember which Emperor Greymon was it. Was it BT12?
I don't remember that.
But like, I'm looking over here at the Aldemon, and I'm like, dang.
I distinctly remember the Aldemon was one you wouldn't play.
Yeah, but like, then we look at other Ultimate Cups, and it's like, I just think they need to pick better, more prevalent decks at the time.
Yes,
I think would be a really cool way, and make the winner prize actually worth it. Like, if we already have a really good, like, high rarity card that's really sought after, making that a top prize cut card is actually pretty cool. Like, imagine Medieval.
Like, imagine if some of them were like Shadramon or Protoforms. Like, stuff like that.
I was
need reprints.
I was going to say, like, a secret rare. It's already really good. Everybody loves it. Just give it its own, like, exclusive alt art that you get for winning an Ulti Cup. It's not there to drop the price. It's like, hey, you can show this off because you won an event.
Yeah.
I want it to be something exclusive like that. Because I don't think they need to be making these Ultimate Cups reprints. They need to be show-off cards.
Yeah.
And I think an exclusive alt art of a really sought-after card like that is actually the correct way to go. But the card itself needs to have value.
Yeah, it's not going to just become valuable because it's a prize card from the Ultimate Cup.
Yeah, like Shoutmon is the worst one you could have done. Because, like, come on.
Yeah, I remember when they showed that, I was like, I'm not playing in any of those. I was like, even if I win, I won't even be happy.
Like, imagine if you won an Ulti Cup, you got a serialized BT14 Omni, like we're supposed to be getting in this upcoming set. That'd be pretty cool. BT14, right? No, BT13. Royal Knight. Yeah, BT13. Yeah, 14.
Like, I don't think there was an Omnimon in BT14.
That's War Greymon. My bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a serialized BT13 Omni. Like, oh hey, Royal Knights is actually really popular right now. That's a really cool prize card.
Yeah.
Red Purple Imperial Fighter mode. Yeah. Just something like that. Like, I think they should take something that is going to be considered, if not considered, the best deck of the format, take their best card and turn that into an ultimate, like, alternate art, like, Ultimate Cup card. I think that's the way to go about it.
I think all participant and winner promos for locals need to have texture on them and be hollow, obviously.
Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about the local stuff. God, please stop giving me these garbage packs that have, like, nothing good in it. Please stop. Please. They're so bad.
I would prefer if they distributed promos in a better way, like maybe put them inside boxes and just gave us alt art reprints in tournament promos. Or tournament
My thoughts
packs.
Exactly. Like, imagine we could get as a... Like, now, Sean, you're not going to like the sound of this, but it would help. It would be like a common version of those very hard sought after cards. Like imagine Promo Shadramon is a common and not like an alt art reprint with like texture or something like that. It's just a common.
I would be okay with that. I think that would be good. It would definitely help the affordability of the game.
Because there are cards with foiling and with texturing that we could do that to, like Vidramon, like Flame Dramon, Shadedramon's a common, but you know
Rena.
Cards like that, Rena. Like, it's not ideal that you're stripping them down and making them a lower rarity, but it would genuinely give the casual market a way to play these decks.
Yeah.
Protoform is a common. Like, I wouldn't want that because I would want the foil version, but it's there.
Yeah, budget players would be able to access cards. I would agree. Dude, a common medieval.
Ugh. God.
This is Uprising. Well, damn, Sean, I want to see what you saw at 2656 LMAO.
Just so we have some disparity here, Chris, I know you're not going to see it. This is the face he's referring to.
I actually didn't see anything. I was trolling Brandon while he was telling his story, and I was giving a fake reaction to it.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah.
It's a pretty good thumbnail picture right there.
Honestly.
They hit this on the ban list?
Yeah, I think I was re-sleeving my Angels deck, if I'm not mistaken. I was re-sleeving a deck while we were talking. That's why I kept looking down. That was the last one, Chris.
Steve.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice.
Alright.
Alright, boys. I call dibs on all the cards, you call dibs.
No, that's rude.
Later.
Alright.
Later.
Bye.